And a very happy Monday out there to everyone at the PJ Campbell Network. What about that brand new intro? I think you guys got to see it once, kind of off the record, if you will, during a watch-along in December, but I'm really happy that we got to introduce it here on the 4th of January. It's the new year, and this is the second watch-along since the new year started? I can't remember anymore. Second, I think, but I'm super happy.
Third, if you consider that Home Alone was a double feature. Second...
Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking.
If you consider that it's the second stream.
No, but, well, you heard him. He's here with me as well. We got Maxwell Haddad. Hello, my friend.
Hello, PJ. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great, man. I'm happy to see you. I love the new backdrop that we created for this. That was all you and the power of your majestic work. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Magic. I'm super happy to see you, man. We have a great guest tonight, too, that I'm super excited to bring in a second
excited.
Here. I
own a lot of hockey jerseys. I'm wearing a Rangers one tonight, but it's also from the Hockey Fights Cancer thing they do every season. I love this jersey. I love the color. I got to represent my team, and raising cancer awareness is always a good thing, so...
Yeah, and no better way to do it than here on the stream where we're watching one of the great sports films. You get to wear a hockey jersey to, really show that off. I keep thinking I need to order a new hockey jersey. I haven't gotten one in a while, so I think I might do that while we're on here because, me, that's the thing that I do. But I'm super thrilled, man. I love this movie. It came out in 2004.
2004.
Yeah, and it's a movie that I love very dearly. Kurt Russell starring in a hockey film all about the Miracle on Ice. It's a true story. It's, in my opinion, one of the finest sports films of all time. I love so that you can see the corgis like bouncing back and forth in the background right now.
$5 on Mabel.
Yeah, I mean, that feels like the right call every time of the day. But my friend,
for what it's worth, I think this is the greatest hockey movie ever made.
I do not disagree with that, and I'm a big fan of, Mighty Ducks, Slapshot. There's so many good hockey movies.
Oh, there's a lot of good ones. I think Goon is great, but
Goon is fantastic.
This one's just special. All right, let's get through a couple of stuff we have coming up on the channel in the next few days and next week, and then we'll get going here. Wednesday night, Suddenly Soundtracks is back with its first show of the new year with the very special Add It to a Playlist, our favorite songs of all time. Myself, PJ, host Chris Clark, Jen Kemp, Tim Franco, and our special guest, Max Bartos, who, if you watch the Sing Street Suddenly soundtrack, you'll be familiar with. He is an actor and musician who was in the off-Broadway production of Sing Street and will be in the Broadway production once it's open, and just recently found out he got accepted to NYU Tisch School of the Arts. We'll all be talking about our 10 favorite songs of all time. It was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, and I hate Chris Clark.
Yeah, fuck Chris Clark. That's number one.
Then, on Friday night, we have a watch-along of Steve Jobs.
Yes.
Directed by Danny Boyle, written by Aaron Sorkin, starring Michael Fassbender. Great film. Really excited to watch it. And we chose Steve Jobs because a week from tonight, on Monday, we are doing a watch-along of Moneyball, which is a very special request from our executive producer, Brandon Buckingham. Buck coming in with the excellent choice, so we're doing sort of back-to-back Sorkin films here. I love this movie very much. When he told me this is what he wanted to watch, I was fucking amped. It's my second favorite baseball movie, only because my first favorite baseball movie is in my top 10 of all time. But it's a great movie, so smartly written, and we've lost PJ. So I'm just going to keep going through what we have going on. Yeah, he's back.
Sorry, I hit the refresh button. I'm an idiot.
Welcome back. Well, you said it,
Thanks,
not me.
buddy.
Saturday, we are actually going to do a PJCN Water Cooler Chat Mandalorian edition. We're going to take this opportunity to reflect back on the entire second season, talk about it, and also take some time reflecting on all we know that's coming up in the world of Star Wars TV in the next couple of years. And speaking of PJCN Water Cooler Chat, the following Saturday we'll be launching the new edition, which is WandaVision. Every Saturday we'll be doing our in-depth reviews and analyses of WandaVision. Of course, this show premieres on Disney Plus on January 15th. Our first show will be on January 16th. Also coming soon to the Water Cooler Chat, not dated yet, but we're going to be doing an in-depth review of the brand new Star Wars book in the launch of their High Republic series called The Light of the Jedi. That'll be sometime in the next 2 weeks once we've all had a chance to read that. And speaking of books, We have a new show coming in a couple weeks called Book Nook, hosted by Dwayne Burke and myself. This is going to be a monthly book club style show where we pick a book, we read it. We hope everyone at home will get a copy of a book from their local independent bookstore. We believe in supporting small businesses, especially now during this difficult time, so you can engage with the chat as we break down the narrative, the characters, the themes, etc. It's going to be a great show, and I'm really, really excited to work with Dwayne on that one. Otherwise, we do our unwinds every Sunday, and we've been talking about this a little bit. PJ's birthday is coming up in a couple weeks, and to celebrate his birthday, we are doing. He wanted to do a watch along of Doctor Sleep, so that's going to be the day before his birthday, I believe.
That is so. My birthday, the day before. So we're doing it the 18th, right?
So Monday the 18th, but the Friday before that, we'll be doing The Shining, because I know when we had talked about doing Doctor Sleep, a lot of you guys in our Discord or in the chat were like, oh, do I have to see The Shining to see Doctor Sleep? I mean, it certainly helped, so we're going to watch it with you all so you can get prepared for Doctor Sleep.
I am super excited. You know how much I love those movies, and especially Dr. Sleep, I think, is just like a masterstroke of storytelling, and I'm so glad that the director's cut in particular is on HBO Max for us to get to watch with you guys.
I completely agree. Now, of course, finally, we have patrons. We love our patrons. If you're not already a patron, check it out. See if there's a tier that's right for you. $5 and up patrons are getting the new episode of Bloop Bloop, which is our Box bloopers sometime in the next couple days. Our $10 and up patrons get a monthly audio commentary track. December was Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. January is going to continue on with Shane Black and is going to be The Nice Guys. And much like we had new opening credits tonight, we have new patron credit, because our old ones were holiday themed, and whether you like it or not, the holidays are over. So let's roll this clip, which PJ has not seen yet. I hope you liked it. Then we'll bring on our guest and watch Miracle.
Let's do it.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above, and the sun's in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing, singing in the rain. And singing in the rain.
Well, that's just the dopest thing I've ever seen in my life. Can I just throw that out there real quick?
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I had a lot of fun making that.
I didn't know that Robert Zemeckis directed our entire stream, but that's fucking cool too. Yeah, love that. Well, with that, guys, we got a special guest tonight, and I think it's actually his debut on any of our watch-alongs, which I'm super excited about.
I believe so.
I love this dude a lot. I have bonded a lot with him over the last year or so, and he has become one of my favorite people in the community. I think he is one of the most talented people in the community. He has a fantastic voice. He's got an analytical mind. He loves sports like us.
He also just makes me smile.
Yeah, he just makes me smile. Like, every time he's on screen, this dude puts a smile on my face. Anytime I'm in a bad mood, he just makes it better, man. And his name is Suge Knight 323. What is up, my friend?
What is going on? Thank you very, very much for those kind words. You guys are awesome. This is very exciting for me to be on the PJ Network Watchalong, man, because this is I watch you guys every time. Every Monday I'm watching the show with you and Max.
Thanks,
and I love watching it because you guys are amazing. Really big part of the community, and to just be here with you guys watching a credible hockey movie. I'm super excited. I am so excited right now. I got me some Arabic bread. I got me some.
Look at you.
There you go.
And I got me some Thai tea. So I'm ready to watch it. I'm
Hell yeah, buddy. Dude, can I just say real quick, like, over the last year, getting to know you has just been, like, so much fun. And, you know, there's been Maxwell and I were talking about it a little bit off camera. Like, the one thing I love is, especially with you guys, like, the community, we've all kind of grown around the same time as the pandemic hit, and we've all been doing tons of stuff. They also did the fucking thing in this, Jake. You are correct on that. But I love that this community, whether it's C2A to that point, but even with you guys, we all work together, and it's really fun. And so I've really just gotten. You were one of the first groups that were like, "Hey, you're taking over as head writer. We want to sit down with you and talk with you, and like have your voice out there." And I've always really appreciated that. So not only as you guys were coming up, I was also coming up like professionally within the show. So I just want to say, to have you here now, almost a year later, just feels serendipitous.
Yeah, no, PJ. I remember when we started our podcast, you were one of the first names to come up, and then now getting to meet and get to know Maxwell. He's come on our show. We're gonna have him on again, but it's been awesome. You guys have done so much, from the Smash-a-thon to just different things, and being there for people in the community, being an ear to talk to, being a role model for a young podcast like us. And like you said, we're coming up, but you are all, you're like an elder statesman to us. That the fact that we look up to you and Max, because you guys are just simply amazing. So, like, again, thank you for just having me on. I love Miracle. I love sports movies in general, and so I kind of stuck this question to you while we were doing the Cobra Kai thing. I was like, "Hey, can I come on?" And you were like, "Oh yeah, come on."
Absolutely.
So I appreciate it for letting me come on.
Always, man. I got to ask you also. So obviously, you and I both like sports. Maxwell likes sports. He and I are both Rangers fans. Who's your hockey team of choice? Do you have a hockey team of choice?
Do you want to know the truth, or do you want me to lie?
No, I always want to know the truth.
There's two, sir. Because growing up, I did like hockey a lot, and I even tried to play. And I was a Philadelphia Flyers fan because of Eric Lindros.
Love it.
I kind of fell off of hockey. So when the Kings started winning, I was like, "Oh, I'm a Kings fan." But I didn't know the players, so I made up a player named Kopacek.
That sounds people off. I would believe that.
Yeah, and his name is Kopitar, but I would say Kopacek, and they won the Stanley Cup while I kept screaming Kopacek to my friends who are actually real hockey fans, and now they hate me. So yes, yes, I am a Kings fan, but Eric Lindros was my favorite player growing up.
I love that, man.
So what you need to do this season, and partly why we picked this movie is because the hockey season starts next week, is pick a Rangers player, make a fake name for them, and start screaming that, so then the Rangers can win the Stanley Cup this year.
And then you get a jersey made with that fake name.
Yeah.
And like people are like, wait, when did he play? Oh, he played in 2000. 2020.
It's a little before your time.
I will make you that jersey. I'll get a jersey made and send it to you if we can actually win the Stanley Cup.
The NHL shop will put anything on a jersey if you ask nicely.
Yeah, so I'm
you
just
go.
saying it's a thing that we got to look into because I fucking missed hockey so much, and I can't believe it's hockey season, and it's right in time for the new year. It's right in time for my birthday. I'm super excited about that, man. Like it's gonna be so much fun. But I think we're all ready to watch Miracle here. If you guys don't have the movie, it is streaming on 2 streaming services, which is kind of nice. You have dealer's choice of either Disney Plus and or Netflix. Both of them are carrying it right now, which almost never happens. So. With that, are you two gentlemen ready to watch Miracle?
Oh, I'm so ready.
All right, guys. I'm going to count down from 5. As soon as I say go, we're going to hit play, and we're all going to watch Miracle together, and we're going to watch the Miracle on Ice unfold before our eyes because, Jake, they do the fucking thing here. With that, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Every time I count down, you bark. He's very proud of himself. I always think I'm watching Remember the Titans whenever I see this particular Disney opening.
Or The Rookie.
Or The Rookie.
The Rookie has the same one.
That is my other favorite movie, The Rookie. I love The Rookie.
I like The Rookie
so
too.
Good.
This movie, I think, even right from the beginning, does a good job of setting like the era and the political context of a lot of what was going on. It's a really thoughtful montage for the opening credits.
Yeah, you forget at this time what we're actually going through.
Yeah.
At this time, I mean, I wasn't alive then, but still, we know we're going through some shit then.
So we
can
already.
we cuss?
Oh yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
Of course we fucking can. I do want to say real quick. We already had a Streamlabs donation. From Stephen White, who said, "Sorry guys, my Patreon payment didn't go through because I was broke as fuck. So I'm throwing a little extra because I love y'all. Happy late holidays. Thank you, Stephen. We love you very much. And we're gonna, don't worry. You're always a patron in our hearts. You know that.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, I've always loved the opening of this movie in particular, though, because it showed it's such a brilliant way to be like, this is what was happening over the last decade.
Cam says she got to do a small post-production job on Miracle. Haven't seen it since. That's awesome.
I love this movie. I watch it all the time.
Always has such great stories.
Yeah, she does.
This movie also has a great score. Mark Isham composed the hell out of this movie. I find it so inspiring and rousing.
Yeah, I agree. I think this movie... at least in my opinion, is always uplifting, is one of the reasons I revisit it so frequently. And you don't realize, a lot can change in a decade, and this whole montage, it really goes to show what our country went through, even from, 1970 to 1980.
I love seeing the cone heads. This is such a well thought out montage.
Oh, so good, man.
Billy Beer. Cam says she's a huge Mark Isham fan. # Trouble in Mind. Check it out. I will. Yeah, I agree with this, Patty. And because it's a sports movie, but they're competing in the Olympics. The world stage and the political aspects of it are important, I think, to understanding just what was at stake.
Yep.
There's another great hockey movie about not the Olympics, but a sort of worldwide hockey event, and that's D2, the Mighty Ducks.
Goddamn right it is.
Oh, D2. So the knuckle puck. I try to do that so many times, but it's crazy right now. Did you see that where they're talking about aiding people because of these hard financial times, and now what we're going through? That it's crazy.
Same thing. Yeah,
crazy.
It's almost like if you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it.
What a great title treatment. So it looks like ice. Oh, man.
Oh, so good.
And, this is directed by Gavin O'Connor, who I think is one of the great director of sports movies of our time, between Miracle, Warrior, and The Way Back this year.
Yep, and The Accountant, too, with Affleck.
Well, that's not a sports movie.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I like the heck out of The Accountant. It's a fun movie.
Remember when he was going to do Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I do.
That would have been something.
Look at those pants.
I know. Kurt Russell, man. Look,
I think Kurt Russell's one of the great movie stars of all time.
Me too,
and I think
man.
this film is his best acting performance.
I agree with you 100%.
There's maybe a handful of other movies where I think he's more badass or more awesome in, like The Thing or Escape from New York.
Tango and
or
Cash.
Even Death Proof to an extent. But in this movie, his performance and the quality and the nuances in his acting are as good as he's ever been.
Yeah.
He's also fucking dope in Sky High.
Yes,
I love
he
that
is.
movie.
Do you guys remember what your first Kurt Russell movie is? Because I'm guaranteeing you it's probably going to come up in the chat because that's almost always asked.
Probably The Computer Who Wore Tennis Shoes.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
My dad used to show me that.
What about you, Shay?
Big Trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in Little China.
All right. I think mine was either The Strongest Man in the World or The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes as well, just because my mom was a big fan of those young Kurt Russell movies.
It's easy
They're
to
fun,
forget
man.
that he really started out on Disney's payroll doing all those Disney movies.
Do you remember what his first acting gig was? Because I do.
I don't know if I could pull it off the top of my head now.
Gilligan's Island.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Gilligan's Island. He made a guest starring role as a surfing boy.
Surfing boy.
Yeah, who ended up on the island. I'll see if I can pull up a picture.
Tombstone
And he's
is a
young.
great first impression, and Tombstone is awesome. And I also know Brandy's been watching a lot of Westerns because PJ and I made a list, and she loved Tombstone and gave it 5 stars, so that made me happy.
Tombstone's one of my favorite movies. But did you
So
know
good, man.
that
No, Jungle Boy.
technically
that
Kurt
was-
Russell got a credit role in Forrest Gump as the voice of Elvis?
Elvis. And do you know why that is, Shug?
Because he played Elvis in a movie. Because my
Yes.
mom loves that movie. Because my mom is a big Elvis fan, and she wanted me to like do what those kids did, like go kidnap Elvis. I'm like, Mom, he's dead. We can't do it. I don't know.
And then he sort of did Elvis again in 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Yep, 100%. This is a picture, by the way, of young Kurt Russell in his very first acting role. Gilligan's Island, he was the Jungle Boy. So for anyone who wanted to know, that is a young Kurt Russell in his first acting role.
Wow.
There are some incredible character actors in this movie, by the way. Like it's like a who's who of people you've seen in so many different movies.
My favorite is Noah Emmerich. I think Noah Emmerich is like the greatest best friend / second string actor of our time.
Agreed.
I've actually had the opportunity to meet and hang out with him a couple times. I won't say why. It's pretty bougie and ridiculous why, but he is so charming and nice. And I think he has such a warm presence, even in The Americans, which if you guys haven't seen that show, gets my highest recommendation, where he was sort of the antagonist to our main characters. He was still so charming and lovable.
Totally, man. Oh, man. I love Patricia Clarkson in this as well. Another great character actress. One that I always enjoy whenever she's in anything.
Oh, yeah. She's wonderful. Oh, I agree, Cam. The Station Agent is a fantastic movie with her and Peter Dinklage and Bobby Cannavale from the same guy who directed Spotlight and Timmy Failure, Tom McCarthy. Great movie. I know too much about movies. It's like I should like fill my head with facts that matter.
I love that they're having like this real fancy looking movie or Halloween costume thing, and the fact that they were dressed as the Thin Man, which is so funny because I just got the Thin Man on Blu-ray.
There you go.
So thought that was what a fun thing. I love the Thin Man.
I also love the little accent Kurt does in this movie. Yeah, Backdraft is pretty good too.
I do like Backdraft, man. So good. Maybe my favorite Ron Howard outside of Apollo 13.
Rush. It's darn good too.
Yeah, Rush is darn good too.
Actually, I think Backdraft is on 4K now, and I should get a copy. I sort of missed the.
That is fair, Patty.
Yeah,
in 2004, I would never guess that the main guy in this movie would become one of my
So I'm
favorite
gonna have to
cinephiles.
agree with Mike Messina on this one. That his favorite Kurt Russell is just every Kurt Russell.
I agree with Mike. That's a fair statement.
I was gonna say though, I
Very
missed the Backdraft like special effects show they had at Universal Studios.
Yeah. You know what other movie he's real great in, which is so funny to think about? Furious 7.
Oh yeah,
As
Mr.
Mr.
Nobody.
Nobody. What a great addition to that franchise he ended up being.
So he got the job. He didn't think he was gonna get the job. And now this amazing score is playing. It's like buoyant and makes me want to dance.
I listen to this score a lot. I've had it for a long time. Mark Isham did it, and I think it's one of the all-time great sports movie scores. It's up there for like Rudy for me.
I think the casting of like all of the hockey kids, and especially the ones that make the team, is so good.
Mm-hmm. I also agree with this. That Kurt Russell's incapable of delivering a bad performance. I agree.
This guy, especially Eddie Cahill, who you might recognize from Friends as Tag.
Or CSI New York. He was on that for 9 seasons.
Or he was on a very short-lived show that Kevin Williamson had created on the WB called Glory Days that I really liked.
That was a good show.
It was.
Wish that had lasted longer.
Yeah, it didn't even last a full season, only like 13 episodes. It was good.
I feel so out of my element because I just know movies that I've watched. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Okay, I kind of know that movie you're talking about.
No, Shug, you're good to. You can say whatever you want to say.
No.
As long as it's not racist and sexist, and that.
Oh, did you see that product placement right now of Mickey on his chest?
I did.
Yeah,
and it is a Disney movie,
Disney. Do better, Disney.
Disney's like, here, put Mickey Mouse front and center in this one shot for us, if you will.
Speaking of Disney, like I'm a huge Disney fan. I love the parks. I have a real soft spot for a lot of their corporate bullshit. But I saw yesterday, and I know you saw it too. What's up,
God.
Ferris?
Hey,
Says, hey, I know that guy at the bottom.
What's up, buddy?
You can hire Disney to do a Disney themed funeral, and that to me is just fucked up.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw my comment. It actually,
I did,
scared the shit out of me.
Yep. A big reason of why I think this is the best hockey movie is the way the hockey is shot. The cinematography is so clean and clear and visceral.
Yeah.
Like even in these practice or training moments, you can feel the puck on the ice. You can hear it. The sound design is great. You just feel like you're actually at a hockey game.
And the
it can be tough because it's such a fast-paced sport.
And the score with it makes it even better.
This is true. Mention Fast and the Furious, and Ferris shows up like a ghost.
It's true.
You rang?
The other thing I like about this is, as you're going to see, is like the people who put together the team are thinking one thing, but Kurt Russell's been put on here as coach for a reason, and he's thinking all sorts of different things than they are.
Because he talks about it, he explains that it's not the best players that are going to beat Russia. It's going to be the team that's the players that are going to become a team. Yep. And he wanted to put that together. And a lot of the people that are trying to pick the team, they just wanted the best players. And that's not always a thing for sports. You need people that actually work together. And this is why I love this movie.
When you have the best players all on the same team, that from my experience, the best players tend to be driven by ego, so they don't work together as a team. Like Carmelo Anthony was on the Knicks for years, and he was the best player on the Knicks, but he also didn't pass the ball, so there was no teamwork.
Yeah, I mean, even look at Miami. When LeBron came to Miami, the first year they didn't win, and they had 3 of the best players in the league.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with the Nets this year because they have like a stacked powerhouse team now, but that doesn't mean they're going to win.
Yeah. Kevin Durant just tested positive for COVID.
Oh God. Jesus.
Yeah.
There he is, my guy, Noah Emmerich.
Yes, sir.
It's the best.
I always love that dude.
Yep, I agree, Buck. Dream teams don't work.
Well, I mean, that's even look at all those All-Star games and stuff that we get every year. Like, it's fun to watch, but they don't play nearly as well as if you're watching the teams actually play that are, like, teams.
I love that line. I'm not looking for the best players. I'm looking for the right ones.
Yeah.
What's up, Jeremy? Thanks for stopping by.
What up, Jeremy? I saw Ferris. Let's go, Knicks. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And that joke from Soul still hurts.
It hit me like in my soul. It was one of the funniest jokes, but it also caused me great pain.
Yep. Incredible.
Everyone's favorite Kurt Russell movie. That's tough. I mean, this is definitely up there. Also, I love The Thing. I mean, The Thing is just...
It's a really fucking hard question. I mean, Escape from New York also exists.
And Tombstone is up there too, man. Tombstone is fucking great.
I know, man. God damn.
Kurt Russell has had an all-time great career, I think. If there was like a movie star Hall of Fame, he would be inducted.
100%.
Just the fact that he slapped Billy Bob Thornton in Tombstone. Really.
The brilliance of that whole scene too. Like, not because we're doing a Tombstone watch along, but one of the things I've always liked about that is that Billy Bob Thornton's entire scene is ad-libbed. They didn't give him a script, and they let him ad-lib it, and Kurt Russell played off of him.
Yep.
And that's what makes
Did not
it work.
know that.
Yeah, like that makes it so much better, right?
I like when he goes, "You're worse than my brother's kids."
Yeah. I feel like I'm playing with my brother's kids. Oh, so good.
Hey, the Rangers are pretty good.
Yeah, we got the Rangers.
I think the Mets are going to have a hell of a year, especially with their new ownership. Oh, fuck the Yankees.
How dare you, number one.
Any opportunity I have to say that I hate the Yankees or that the Yankees suck in front of you, I'm going to take it. What's up, Bador? I love you so much, Bador.
Hi, Bador.
Bador's one of my favorite people. We got mad love for each other.
You know, I'm going to have to say that I think Suge is now my favorite person on this after that insulting display about the Yankees just now.
I'm going to go ahead and cancel the birthday gift I ordered for you.
So good, that line. I'm not here to be your friend. If you need one of those, take it up with my assistant coach or the doc.
Hey, brother. Hey, PJ.
What up, Bador? I love you. I like that Bador's just saying hi to everyone in the chat. Bador, you're so friendly. I love that about you. That's right, Ferris. Let's go, Yankees. That's what's up. Oh, I do like Overboard Reefism. That one's good, too.
I actually thought the remake was pretty funny.
I actually haven't seen it yet. I keep meaning to because I
have a real soft spot. Exactly, a soft spot for Anna Faris, and she's funny in it. The Mets are not the Mets anymore, Buck, because they have new ownership and they're huge. The cancer in the organization over the last decade plus was the Wilpons, and they are gone. So,
I mean, look at for the Dodgers. God damn it! What was their names? The owners of the Dodgers.
Oh, I don't remember because I Shug, you know that.
It'll come in a minute. Give me a second.
All right.
By the way, speaking about the Dodgers, Vin Scully's wife passed away today.
Yeah.
Which is really sad. So our love and respect to her family.
Heartbreaking, man. 2021.
Yeah, a Kurt Russell month is not a bad idea.
I would love to do a Kurt Russell month. I won't lie to you. I've spoken to their coaches and the scouts. Look how good he is in this sequence, man. Like, Kurt Russell, honestly, we don't talk about it a lot. He was a child actor.
There we go.
He's
one of the McCourts. The McCourts.
Yep.
Those bastards that screwed the Dodgers for years.
Yep. Well, one of the big problems with the Wilpons is they lost a lot of money in the Madoff scandal. And they had a debt to pay back every year, so they were cheap as hell. They were not spending like they should have, especially for a major market team.
Yeah.
Such a great song.
Yeah, I was going to say, I freaking love them so much. Blue Oyster Cult, man. Yeah, Mike, I can't think of honestly a better actor for this role than Kurt Russell, like, strictly speaking. And that's because, again, Kurt is a great actor. And, again, we need to, like, put respect on his name for being a child actor who, like, really carried the torch through his entire career.
I also miss bars, Brandy, very much. Not because of the alcohol, because I have plenty of alcohol, but for...
It's the camaraderie.
I miss bars just sitting there drinking and listening to music. And then by the time you're drunk, you start putting on music where you try to dance. And then your knees hurt the next day. You know, there's a video of you on Twitter dropping it like it's hot. Like, it turns all bad. But
and you're wondering how the fuck did that happen? How can I not remember this situation?
Exactly. Well, it was those Irish car bombs that you let sit there for 2 minutes and curdle and just destroyed your liver.
Yep. Been there.
The
I love
Boston
this,
accents in
man.
this movie.
Yeah. For the girls? Why'd you want to play college hockey? This whole thing right here where they set up that there's like these petty grudges and stuff between some of the players is so brilliant because I think it really plays into the dynamics of what the team will become.
Well, the reality too is like these players had encountered each other before because they're playing versus each other in college teams and stuff. So there's going to be like previously
Grudges.
established dynamics and relationships and grudges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, Brandy. That was the hardest part. Like going to baseball and hockey games is like one of my things, and not being able to go. I mean, I watched them all on TV, but it's tough. Oh,
Yeah, there's nothing like a live games.
No, man.
Cam said that she can see the Dodgers stadium parking lot from her apartment right
Oh,
now.
Cam, you're in California? So am I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the SGV. She always says hi to me. She always, when I come into the chat, she'll be like, "Who is this? Shug, Ferris, or Justin?" It's always Shug.
That's because Shug's a real MVP. I see Shug everywhere. Shug is supportive.
He is.
I try to be. I try to be as supportive as everybody is for us.
God,
People always ask, like, what's the first thing you're going to do after you get vaccinated and COVID is over? And my real answer is hug my friends, but then my second answer is go to a baseball game or a hockey game.
Yeah.
Have a hot dog and a beer and just watch the game.
My number one is I'm going to get a plane ticket and fly to New York.
Oh, really? Really,
Really,
Reef. I am in the SGV. I won't say exactly where I'm at, but yeah, I'm in the street. I am in the SGV. So you're down the street from me. I actually work in East LA. I work in East LA.
I'm a little bummed out, man, that I moved out of California just because, like, as I got to know you, I wouldn't have been too far from you, man. Because I lived in the Valley.
Okay, but you lived in San Fernando Valley, right?
Yeah, but, still not bad, because I was working down
No,
next to
you're still
LAX.
close. Yeah, Brandy can't give you my address. She has it.
Brandy has my address too. Brandy has a lot of addresses.
So awkward sometimes. You're like, oh yeah, you know where I live.
Brandy's
Well, it's funny when they call me. It's funny when they call me by. No, it's funny when they call me by my name, by my real name. It's hilarious.
This whole sequence right here, again, showing the dynamic of the actual rivalry within the team itself already is so good. Look like
it's funny because I know your name is Richard, but I see you, I think of you. You're Shug. That's it. Same with
people.
Like someone called him Patrick last night, and I was like, "Who?"
Sean calls me Patrick all the time, and it throws me off. Like I'm still not.
It's like
used
he's
to
your parent, and you're in trouble. It's like, Patrick, what did you do?
Right. Every time he does it, I'm like, can we not do this right now? Like I'm uncomfortable with this situation. What up, Kylie?
Well, that's what my mom used to call me when I was in trouble, Richard Eric. So when I hear people say Richard Eric, I think I'm in trouble half the time.
Mine was Patrick, and I'm not saying my middle name. There's people in the chat I think who know what it is because I think someone said it in the past on a stream. But
yeah, mine would be Maxwell Lee, which Lee is.
Your middle name's Lee.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to change my middle name to Lee.
My grandfather was named Leon, so my mom picked that and then just changed it to Lee.
Well, my son, I tried to name his middle name Lee, and my ex wouldn't let me, so his name is Roy. So Leroy, but his name is Roy. So
everyone's saying it now. Everyone's saying their names out there.
Yeah, Sully was the one who said your middle name.
Probably.
Oh, Maya's. I love that name. Maya's a beautiful name.
That's my other daughter's name.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
My friends who work in the medical profession got their first dose today as well.
Well, one of our a mutual friend of the three of us on here is gonna get theirs soon too. My
parents are getting theirs on Thursday.
Yeah, son.
My parents are how do I put this delicately? They've been around a long time and they are living in Florida and they qualify based on their age to be quicker in line to get it. I'm very happy about that.
I guess I'll say it. Everyone else is saying their middle names. Joseph. Patrick Joseph.
Patrick Joseph. I like that.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah, Patrick Joseph.
My youngest daughter has a very old middle name. Her middle name is Margaret.
Margaret?
Margaret.
That's my mom's first name.
Oh, wow.
That's a small world.
Lillian Margaret is her name.
Love that.
My middle name is Akil, so Sharif Akil. That's a cool name.
Yeah, I like that.
Kylie says, I will let you know if the microchip and it turns me into a Terminator. That's funny.
Don't worry, I'm sure that Bill Gates has figured that out by now.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Sullivan. Yeah, fucking Sean putting my name out there.
I love Sean, though.
I do too.
I feel so bad for what happened to him yesterday, man.
If I find the people who broke into his car.
That sucks. And especially in California, because I actually play Magic, which is what me and Sean bonded over. They do that a lot. And that's why I was asking Jillian last night what decks commanders were stolen, because you can usually find out who cooked them and where they sold them at.
Right. Well, one of the first things I know he did is like went around to different card shops and stuff. And
that's what I suggested. He said he did it. There's a local place.
He has a couple of really specific rare things in his collection. So if those come up, he can flag it and hopefully he can find it back.
So real quick, I just want to interrupt. This sequence is super important.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. This is how it always is. But Kurt Russell gave everyone a test to figure out who they are as players, and one of them didn't do the test, and he was wondering why. And he's like, well, why do you want to be here if you're not going to do the stuff I'm asking you to do? And he goes, well, my mom really wanted this because his mom has passed away. So he's kind of giving him a little bit of a pass on it, but also like putting him on a leash, if you will.
Well, one of the nice things about this movie is it takes time to build the characters and relationships between the coach and the characters. Mm-hmm. They all have distinct personalities and feel like real people.
What other movie of recent memory do you remember of a character sitting in line to get gasoline in the 70s? This is so random.
PJ, I host a movie trivia Schmodown podcast. I don't play, okay? So don't ask me these things.
All right. God. I'll give you a hint. We're doing a commentary of it.
Oh, The Nice Guys.
Yeah.
There you go.
Towards the beginning of the movie, Ryan Gosling's sitting in line and he's shaving and he cuts himself shaving.
Yes, you're right. I remember that now.
Yep. Good question, right? Just saying.
Yes. Tough one.
Bador says, Shug, you like to be on leashes, apparently.
We don't talk about my nightlife, okay? This is like watching Russian spy film. The way they said it, they're like, look at this top secret hockey team, how good they are.
Yep. Well, it's funny to think, like, you know, we talk about a lot. People are buying projectors and stuff and putting them into their houses to watch things. Having projectors used to be a little bit more common, where people were actually using it.
That was really the only way to watch anything that wasn't coming over the airwaves was with a projector.
Just kind of funny,
if you were fortunate enough, for example, to have a camera to shoot your own like family footage, you would have to watch it on a projector.
Isn't it crazy how far we've come in technology, though?
Yeah.
Like I was in high school when pagers were a thing. I don't know. My kids don't know this, but do you guys remember the phones outside? I can't remember. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Payphones.
Payphones. Like I remember calling a girl. on a payphone. I had to walk down the street to call her to have a conversation.
Oh yeah, I use payphones all the time.
I love this sequence, by the way. Again, to the point of what Herb is going through, like, there's a lot of tension in the relationship because you're putting literally the entirety of the Olympics on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? But also, what does the strain do to that on someone like him and his marriage?
Yeah, well, it's not only that; it's the backstory of Herb. Remember, he got sent home a week before the games, and they won gold. So he thought,
Yep.
I'm going to win gold, and he got sent home. And so now he's been trying to get back to this point, back to this point. And this is where
Which
she's
she
telling him,
just
"You're
throws in
chasing
his
something."
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Russell and Clarkson
Buck
are
says,
just so
"Suge,
excellent.
you old AF."
I am. Do you remember Party Lines? I don't know. I don't even know if you guys did that, but Party Lines, that's
I've heard those.
equal to dating apps now.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Oh, that shot of her in the mirror, and you can kind of see the defeat in her face in the situation. And he goes right back to it. That's the other thing. Like, and that shot of him, I love the reflection of it in his glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin O'Connor is such a brilliant filmmaker. He really doesn't get the credit I think he deserves. Oh, the score, too. God damn. Is there anything Kurt Russell can't do? My God.
Not really.
playing the movie Trivia Schmodown.
I don't know if I can...
We should try to get him.
That'd be a good get.
I don't know if I should... If I say something on here, don't go, like, saying anything to anyone in the chat and stuff. That almost happened a couple of years ago. It was very close to happening with potentially having him in The Rock around the time that Fate of the Furious was coming out.
I've never heard of either of them.
No. That's a little bit of knowledge. Don't say anything later.
They de-aged Kurt Russell for that? That's funny.
They probably just
Photoshop probably
found
I would guess.
a young
Photoshop,
photo
yeah.
and photoshopped it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say DH. I meant Photoshop.
No.
Yeah.
I agree, Mike. I think he'll become a household name. He'll probably end up doing a Marvel movie or something at this rate.
I'm actually... Again, he almost did a DC movie. He was supposed to do a Suicide Squad movie, so
Yeah.
anything's possible. His Suicide Squad would have been very interesting, I think. It would have been a very different movie. This whole scene, dude. There's something about the way that it's his voice. It's the way he carries himself and how he's saying it. Like, he's not yelling, and it just feels so... It feels so raw. Like, coming from the bottom of, like, everything he has left. And I kind of love that.
Yeah, Kurt did a Marvel movie. Yeah, he's in Guardians too.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's more like who isn't in the Marvel movies versus who's in the Marvel movies, really. I mean, they're even picking up the people who have been in the DCEU, like Lawrence Fishburne.
I like that the movie stops to have these quiet character moments.
I know. Sorry, I get real enamored in it. Because, again, like, this movie is so human. And that's why it works. Like, they really put a human bent on the situation.
In the early 2000s, Disney made a few sports movies. This one, Remember the Titans and The Rookie, that don't really feel like Disney movies in that they really present more like just straightforward dramas.
Yeah. Disney is pretty great at their sports stuff, which is why I'm glad that Disney Plus is starting to lean in on it, too. I haven't even seen the one that they released in December. But I've heard it's really quite good. But I've always liked that Disney... They're doing even more. Like, in the Investor Day meeting, they were like, we're doing more sports movies than we've ever done because Disney Plus allows us the chance to do it.
Well, and they're doing that Mighty Ducks TV show.
That trailer is awesome. Shug, did you see the trailer?
I did watch it. My favorite Disney sports movie is actually the Big Green.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
And this is kind of cheating a little bit, but I did love Heavyweights as well. Written by Judd Apatow.
Yep. Featuring Paul Feig in a role.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Patty said it's called Safety, and she really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've heard it's great. My parents really like it.
It's amazing how far hockey masks have come since the 70s.
Right.
They weren't wearing masks at one time, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
people were taking
absolutely.
pucks to the head. Yeah, like
Yeah,
even now, I think you can wear a half guard mask.
you can. Cool Runnings is great.
Oh yeah.
I agree. We should do a
Cool.
watch along of that. John
Well,
Candy.
we've talked about it. We are going to. Maybe we'll do it in February since it would be like Winter Olympic time, quote unquote, if it was. But we're going to do it as a double feature with Eddie the Eagle since they both took
Oh,
place
right.
at the same
Yep.
Winter Olympics.
They were both happening at the same time.
Because they make reference to the Jamaican bobsledding team in Eddie the
They
Eagle.
do.
UMD. Who did he say?
UMC.
guys are?
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
UMD Bulldogs. Who's UMD?
Maybe Utah?
Interesting.
I mean, that would be the only thing I could think of.
It's Minnesota Duluth,
Oh. There
which
we go.
makes
Okay.
more sense for a good hockey school.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, because Mighty Ducks takes place in Minnesota.
Minnesota, eh?
Why,
Well,
Maxwell?
I mean,
'Cause
dude,
ducks
yeah,
fly
Mike.
together.
Remember
sure
the
do.
Titans is one of the all-time great movies. Period. I fucking love Remember the Titans.
Hey.
Yeah, see? Steven says, I took over coaching a water polo team that was not very good, but we conditioned like madmen and got a ton of compliments from other coaches for the work ethic in their games. See, that's all it is, man. Seen some love for Cool Runnings now in the chat, too. I love this. The
Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Let's get ready. It's bobsled time. Cool Runnings.
And this is exactly what it was about, right? For Kurt Russell's character, like making sure people could play together. That was
Chemistry.
100%. It was the chemistry.
I don't pretend to be qualified or skilled enough to be a sports coach, although I do have like this pipe dream of one day having a kid and coaching their little league team. But I feel like
The line of cone heads.
it's chemistry.
Yeah.
Buck says, "Remember the Titans" is his favorite sports movie of all time. It's up there. The fact for me is that football is not one of my favorite sports. It's lower down on the list for me. So, although I like the movie quite a bit, that is a certain barrier of entry. Although, then again, the Friday Night Lights TV show is one of my favorite shows ever. So,
It's between this, and Field of Dreams for me, or League of Their Own. Like the four
yeah,
of them
for me,
back.
League of Their Own is in my top 10. So that's the one for me that's just like, but
League of Their Own. That's just that ending song gets me every time,
Dude, right?
Yeah, that. I'm a sucker for the cheesy kid movies. Like Big Green was one of my favorite.
The Sandlot.
Angel in the outfield. Angels in the outfield. Because my dad wasn't around is a big thing for me. This scene's amazing. I love this part of the movie.
Yeah, I do too, man. I mean, my dad and I have a much better relationship now than when we did, but
I love Little Giants.
Little Giants is great, but I think Field of Dreams hits me similarly for like Shug is because I always felt like I wanted to be closer with my dad, and so when it gets to the end and it's the hey dad, want to have a catch? I fucking cry every time, dude. Like,
That jacket, I want that jacket he's wearing.
yeah.
That jacket is resplendent.
All of them sitting here like looking at the women instead of focusing on the game.
We were talking about this the other day because of Home Alone, but I also like Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah, Rookie of the Year.
Yes, Rookie of the Year. But Patty, the annexation of Puerto Rico, I was so happy because I'm half Puerto Rican. So when they said that in the movie, I was like, they're talking about me.
Yeah, boy. So this scene coming up here might be like the second best scene in this entire movie. Arguably the number one, depending on how you want to look at it. But like, this scene is not only one of the in this movie. I think this is one of the all-time great sports moments ever on film. I don't know if anyone agrees with me on that situation or not. Oh man.
Goal line.
So in high school, we had days where you would come in and it'd be a flag. White was like a light day, red was something else, but black was our hard days. And you would have to run. We did the running version of this. I don't know how we didn't die, because in wrestling rooms they turn up the heat to 100, and you practice in 100-degree weather. And you do the exact same drill, and it murdered me.
That sounds awful. What up, Justin? He just commented, "What in the hell?"
What's up, Hambone, my brother?
Oh man, I used to do these in basketball too, because I played basketball for a while too. To win on talent alone. What a great line. You don't have enough talent to win on talent.
Very true,
alone.
Justin.
What did he say?
This dumbass don't even watch movies. Well, he watches this one with us.
I'm sorry. We're going to have to demand respect for Suge tonight, Justin. He's on the channel. He's watching.
At least somebody does. I know it's not a sports movie, but Rounders is one of my favorite movies. It's kind of sports.
I could watch Rounders over and over again, and I have before.
Rounders.
Yeah, I really love that movie too.
Give the man his money. John Malkovich's accent may be the worst Russian accent ever, but it's so bad that it comes back around.
I'm sorry. Have you seen The Hunt for Red October? Sean Connery doesn't even try.
You're right. But John Malkovich tries so hard.
Right.
I love that movie. Martin Landau, so good. And those guys went on to create Billions.
Yep.
Which is a good show.
Everyone, by the way, replying tonight was saying they were putting the gif of again on the fact that we were doing this.
I don't mean to correct you, but I'm Tony nominated, not Grammy nominated. The Grammy nomination is coming in a few years. I'm not there yet, but I will.
He doesn't even know, Maxwell, that you're Tony nominated. So
the Grammy's going to come when he produces.
This is why LGR's in third, okay? Why we're not in top? Because Justin doesn't know what the hell he's talking about half the time. God damn it, Justin.
Maxwell's going to get a Grammy for producing Suge's upcoming rap album. That's how it's going to work.
Exactly. No, it's going to be country. It's actually going to be country.
Oh, you're changing it up on us?
I don't like country at all. But
I was just planning on making a spoken word album.
Oh, there we go. Oh, man. That look that Noah gives him.
Oh, Justin, we love you.
Exactly, Justin.
And I love
we got mad love for LGR. Oh.
Yeah, we do. I love this score, by the way, here, because it's got a almost like sinister undertone to the situation.
PJ and Maxwell, how many times have you guys ice skated?
A lot.
Yeah.
This would be deathly exhausting. Deathly.
Yeah. So
I rollerbladed for years, and this would kill me.
Yeah. One of my cousins, she was a competitive figure skater, so I spent a lot of time in ice skating rinks when I was younger. So I'd skate a ton, and this would fucking murder me.
Yeah, my brother loves hockey. He was a hockey player. He never went pro or anything, but he's much older than me. Every Sunday, he would take me to go skating my whole childhood. And now his kids are skate. They play hockey. They're pretty good.
People get amazed when I say I can rollerblade or ice skate. and they see my fat ass get in there and spinning around and stuff, they're like, "Wait, you're not allowed to do that." I can do it. Trust me.
I don't disagree that it's hard to ice skate while fat. I do it myself, and but I can do it. Although I'm not as fat as I was a couple months ago.
Maxwell, you are looking skinny as fuck lately.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, Maxwell, you look amazing, dude.
It's official. As of today, I have lost a little over 50 pounds since September, which is crazy.
Awesome.
Bye, Cam. Have a good night.
Bye, Cam. Enjoy The Bachelor.
Oh, that is awesome. Bador's cousin used to play hockey for the national team.
Oh, so you're like the dude in Mighty Ducks 2 who can't stop. He's fast as fuck, but he can't stop.
Max, I'd like to shout you and I both out for like taking our weight and health and stuff into.
Oh, you want to shout yourself out? That's
I'm
just choice. Continue.
I was just gonna say we both took our health into like massive consideration over the last year and a half, and I'm very proud of both of us. And there's nothing wrong with that.
This scene is incredible.
And then there's Shug, who's just fucking handsome all the time, and I can't.
Oh yeah.
Stop
Look at that goatee.
Stop it. I need to lose some weight too. This damn quarantine.
Same place they get ice in Florida, Justin. It's inside.
Shug, I can't implore you enough to get some of these if you like to snack. They're these
nut thins.
Nut thins are delicious, and they are like actually really very decent for you.
It's the problem is soda and candy. Those would kill me because I love soda and candy.
Get sparkling water. And
I was on that for a minute. And then I just jumped off of it. I got to get back on it. Yeah, I was drinking sparkling water for lunch all the time.
Shug, I'm going to start holding you accountable to try to get you up on this. Get on our level.
I need to get down.
We have a soda stream, which is so great because then you can just make your own sparkling water, and you end up saving a lot of money.
Here it is. You know, it's coming up. Who do you play for? The United States of America. That'll be all, gentlemen.
I got chills, not gonna lie.
I know.
And that line, that's all, gentlemen. So good. I know. So good. Okay. Brandy got a soda stream.
Yeah. I love about. Go ahead.
Maxwell, I'm sorry, PJ. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good,
but Maxwell,
man.
You talk about how you have jerseys. I wish we could get retro jerseys like this, like old USA hockey jerseys, or
that would be dope.
Like those would be dope.
I would rock a jersey from this team.
They're dope. I like the way they look. I don't know why.
Pushing an airplane in the rain. That'll be all, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's so good, man. Well, he had a moose. I like that his wife is worried if the moose is okay. Hell yeah. Mike, look at he got
I got some too. It's really shockingly good. And it has caffeine in it.
I do like myself some caffeine.
It's by Aha.
Yeah, Shug, if you haven't tried this, the black cherry coffee sparkling water by Aha is like delicious. It tastes like soda, bud.
Check it out. Okay, I have to check it out.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Craig realizing there's a method to the madness of what Herb is doing is part of the beauty of that sequence.
You know, it's always a trope of these types of movies where the coach like pushes them so hard, and is a bit of an asshole. But then as soon as they realize there's a method to his madness, I mean, Remember the Titans is the same way.
I was gonna say, Remember the Titans is exactly the same.
Whoa!
Way. So looks like we got another guest on here. You see that guy down there?
A pleasant surprise.
It is.
Wow!
Look at that guy right there with the mustached man himself, PLZ.
This is the crossover event of the year so far.
Right?
I only got started out right?
Yeah, I mean, that's how it should be, right? 2021, I should say. Off to a good start.
We're at, it's counting backwards. I don't know.
I got you. We're at 45, actually, how about 49, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05.
Justin said, "Oh, God."
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Meanwhile, Brandy
Did I
said,
just see you like 2
"So
minutes
many
ago?
people I love today." Fedor said, "Husband."
I love
What is this? The Avengers of Schmoville? I mean,
portals are
I
going to
think-
start opening up,
I
right?
think
Yeah.
we could kick some ass.
Absolutely.
I think PJ's only bringing on nominated podcast of the year.
I was
shows.
to say, all we're
Sponsors.
missing is Jake Berlin, and then we're good to go.
Jake
we
was
go.
invited too. Motherfucker ignored me and just was like, "I'm not showing up tonight."
Can't hang it.
Weren't you
Well,
just
we
on
just
his
talked about
show?
Yeah.
we just talked about Cobra Kai for 2 hours, PJ. Come on.
We did.
It's true. That was a great show, though.
God, I love that.
Oh, it's awesome talking
can't
with you guys about it.
I can't believe that it went by so quick. It was like 2 hours before I knew it, and I was like, I'm not ready to stop. Like, Cobra Kai's so good.
So good.
Maxwell
I
watched
thought-
season 1, by the way, you guys.
Oh, you
I
did?
did finally watch season 1.
Sweet.
I rewatched the first 2 Karate Kid movies the other night, and then watched season 1. I'm gonna watch season 2 and 3 later this week.
Oh, nice.
When are you watching Karate Kid 3 though? That's
After
That's
I
something
watch
you gotta
season
watch.
3, I'll watch Karate Kid 3. I've seen no, I haven't seen 3. I had seen 1 before, and when I was a kid, for some reason, I used to watch the next Karate Kid all the time. It just it came out when I was a kid, so I loved that movie.
you realize you watch movies when you're younger and don't realize sometimes like the quality of them, but then you're like, I still liked it. Like, yeah, Karate Kid 3 is one of my favorites. I watched it all the time.
I'm gonna rewatch the whole thing too. I gotta get Kim involved. I told Kim like after he'll finish Rebels, I'm getting her through Rebels first, and then we're gonna sit down Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. They're gonna go through all Cobra Kai again. And it's almost all for my benefit as well. I know, but
That's the way it should be, man.
I'll actually tweet it right now, and I'm gonna tag PJ. My daughter, me and we're watching it, and my daughter actually does the crane kick. She's like, watch. I'm gonna tweet it. I tweeted it a long time ago, but I'll tweet it out to you right now.
nice.
This whole sequence, by the way, real quick, I have always loved it because the team really starts to come together after that whole suicides thing.
And again,
Right.
this is what I'm talking about. The way the camera moves with them on the ice is great.
So good.
It's true. I did watch Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, and I will take this opportunity to announce, this is unexpected, that starting tomorrow, I'm going to be co-hosting an after show with Rachel Silvestrini and Lindsay Payne every Tuesday night on Rachel's channel at 9:15 Pacific after the new episodes air on the West Coast.
That's
But
awesome.
I don't
That's
want to
gonna be
say
fun.
more importantly, however, Brandy, because Cobra Kai has been
I mean, for what it's
years
worth,
in the making.
I liked season 1 of Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist more than I liked season 1 of Cobra Kai, but I haven't seen seasons 2 and 3 yet.
Okay, all right.
It hurt me a little bit
Yeah,
inside.
Tuesdays used to be my night off. Then one night I didn't stream, and now at least for the next 12 weeks, I will be streaming on Tuesdays.
Can't get enough.
And I'm really excited to do it with Lindsay because she doesn't get on camera that much.
Yeah, that's a special deal. That's a big deal right
Yeah.
there.
Just obsessed with the camera work in this.
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
PJ, if you haven't seen Zoe's, you'll love it.
You would love
I-
TJ. You would.
I'm gonna watch it, but you have to understand, like Karate Kid is like one of the things from growing up that like mattered to me so much, and to get a sequel series to it that's actually like really good,
It works.
it works. It's a nice feeling. That's all I'm saying.
One of the things that always fascinates me about sports movies like this is wondering to what extent do the actors train to do what they're doing, and then how much of it is stunt doubles and stand-ins. Like that shot of Eddie Cahill throwing the tennis balls against the wall to practice his reflexes for catching pucks. He had to learn how to be able to do that, and that's not easy.
No.
It's impressive the amount of time they have to put out to prepare for roles like this.
Absolutely.
Are you watching the movie, Paul?
I am. I pulled it
great.
up. Actually, I pulled it up right in time.
Oh, perfect.
I'm so proud of you,
I was impressed with you. Like, oh my god, it right here already. Great.
Awesome.
dude. Everything about this movie is just I can't get enough of it every time. But again, it's these little quiet moments like this right here, and the way that this whole thing plays out is so fantastic.
Oh, what's up, Chris Clark?
Miss Clark.
Chris Clark, what the hell are you
when-
doing in the chat? Oh, he awoke from his
Chris
slumber.
woke up. When we did the Smash-a-thon and we did our unwind in the morning and we were talking about comfort movies, this is one of the ones I actually named as one of my ultimate comfort movies. I watch it like 3 or 4 times a year. Like if I'm ever in a bad mood, or as I so often do, I spend like an hour trying to figure out what to watch and then I get angry that I can't pick something, I'll just revert back to Miracle. I'm like, I'll just watch it again.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. I'm a big fan of Gavin O'Connor. I love a lot of him.
I mean, even this year, The Way Back made me cry.
Okay. Love The
Warrior
Way Back.
is great. The Accountant's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Suge, I actually thought your daughter was wearing a headband in this for a second because she's got.
No, yeah, she was. Yeah, no, she's wearing bows.
That's amazing. Oh my God! Look at her. She's actually doing the crane kick. I should be watching the movie, but also
I
this is amazing.
I watched it on the anniversary of the game itself this past year because I believe it was the 40th anniversary.
Yes, it was the 40th anniversary.
And then there was a documentary that aired on ABC this year or last year. I guess it's 2021 already. That was really good.
Yeah, I'm a big documentary. I watched the Miracle documentary a lot because I like hearing from the original players and everything like that. And before Herb passed away, they had some stuff. I love watching documentaries.
And yes, Brandy, that's very true. You have to watch Warrior to be a part of the Action Army. It's kind of a hazing thing.
So, Wario is like a dude movie. It's about MMA. It's like sweaty guys and there's fighting, and yet it makes me cry as much as any other movie because it just digs so deep into those relationships. I'm like, I remember when I first went to saw it in theaters on opening weekend. I was like, oh, this is going to be a fun movie where they kick each other's ass, and then I'm in the theater like, oh, they're brothers.
And Nick Nolte in there as well doing his thing.
All three of them, Nick and Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton, are so good.
So good. I cry every time.
This moment right here, by the way, is such an interesting move by him to try to make sure he gets the best out of the players that he wants to stay on. So you put a wild card into the situation.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if Herb himself in real life ever said this, but like my belief is that he did this not because he actually wanted to put this guy in the team, but just as a mean of like lighting a fire under the ass of the other players.
Yeah, 100%.
What's up, Jen? She says she tunes into Warrior Talk. You guys are awesome. By the way, Jen, how tired were you today, seeing as how we were up till almost 6 a.m?
I was also, I didn't go to bed till like 5:30.
Oof. Yeah, I went to bed about 6:15 or so because, Yeah,
welcome to late night.
Welcome to pandemic life.
What is sleep?
For what it's worth, we moved into a new place a couple weeks ago and we finally installed curtains in our bedroom. So now it's dark all the time. So I do sleep in more because the light used to wake me up and now it's dark. Yeah. Like, what time is that?
So like the other night, me, PLD, and some other people hung out, and we were like up until like what? PLD, you were like 4 o'clock your time?
4 or 5, somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the time here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I got to go to work at 4 a.m, so I can't stay up that late.
I just go back and forth between who's more attractive, Jack or the goalie.
This scene right here, where he's like, this is Herb's the whole like revenge against someone in a way, because he's like, Herb got sent home a week before this.
His motivation is so clear.
Yeah. And so for them, they're like, holy fuck, he's going to send someone home. He's going to do what happened to him to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good, man.
Brandy said she was up until 4 a.m. just playing Animal Crossing. And by the way, Brandy, now that you got a Switch, I hope you've been practicing your Mario Kart, because on Saturday, we're going to be playing Mario Kart with some of our patrons and Twitch subscribers over on our Twitch. So that's going to be really fun.
Their whole relationship, I keep going back to it, but like, she cares so much and he cares so much too, but like the tension between them, just because he's doing this and she doesn't want him to get sucked into this just because he feels like he needs to do this because he didn't win before, is so like it really puts them on the line in a really interesting way. I just think it's such a great dynamic. Like that.
Got some potato chips, Justin. No big deal.
Don't ever criticize me for caring about you. What a line.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Ooh.
That was a great. That hockey puck looked like it should have hit the camera. To be honest with you.
Right? Yeah, I cannot say enough how perfect the camera work is in this movie to really get you in the hockey action. Like, there's part of me that wishes they could shoot actual hockey games like this, but then you would need cameras on the ice.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Oh God, it was like the early 2000s when hockey would air on Fox.
Oh yeah.
And they used these pucks that had like sensors in them, so the cameras could track and create like a light stream.
Right. Yep.
Didn't last very long. That was wild though.
That was a whole thing, man. It was very strange, to be honest.
Because I'll admit, like, I watch hockey on TV a lot, and I will, especially this season that there's gonna be no fans. You can lose the puck on TV pretty easily.
Yeah. Last season, when I was watching for a little bit, when my parents would come by, I'd like make dinner and stuff, and when I was cooking, I'd usually put one of the games on in the background because I always have an NHL season pass, so I've always got a game of some sort on.
Sure.
And my dad would be watching, and he's like, "I can't follow the puck," and I'm like, "What do you want from me? I'm sorry."
You get, you sort of your eye gets trained to it the more you watch it.
Yeah,
the more you get used to it, but it can be hard, especially when they like get into a scrum up in the corner and they're all trying to get the puck out.
If you've watched long enough, you can still.
I like that, Jen. I like that.
This. Putting GoPros in their helmets, that would be great.
It would basically be the Blair Witch version of hockey. I'm kind of here for it, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Now I want to make a found footage hockey movie.
Let's fucking do it.
Oh, I just came up with a movie called Horror on the Ice.
Oh, yeah.
Or Terror on the Ice.
Do you guys remember when they were going to do a found footage Friday the 13th movie?
I would love that, actually.
I would love that.
I mean, I just want any new canon Friday the 13th
The fact
movie.
that it's going to have been 13 years.
I mean, those fans.
Well,
it should be coming out 13 years because it's the 13th one.
Yeah. Have either of you, Shug and or PLD, have you seen the Womp Stomp Studios Never Hike Alone ones?
Yes,
they're damn good.
They are damn
Shug,
good.
you gotta.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let me tell you something. I have had guns pulled on me. I have gotten fights. I have gotten jumped. Scary movie scared the shit out of me.
Shug, I'll watch with you.
So you'd get along with Chris Clark just fine.
Shug, when the pandemic's over, I'll come. I'll hold you. It's okay.
I'll hold your hand. I'll hold your hand, Shug.
I'm worse.
Shug,
I will stroke your goatee. You'll keep you calm.
I'll bring you candy and everything. We'll watch it together.
Why are you trying to do? Do you not remember when Halloween when you guys were posting Michael Myers and I was freaking out?
Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that. Yes.
I have a problem. Okay, I'm telling you, I've had a gun to my face. Didn't sweat.
So what you're saying is after the pandemic, we need to go to a haunted house with you and film it.
No.
Oh, this scene right here.
I love this scene.
I love this scene
so good, man. The fact that they're all coming to him and they're saying we're a family. Like, you can't just kick one of us off. Like, we're here together.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered another pretty good hockey movie is Mystery Alaska.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Someone said that way back in the chat earlier.
Yeah, that was good. I remember that one. Yeah.
Because we're a family. You guys. Oh, it's good stuff. I would honestly wear one of these jackets that they're wearing.
Me too.
Maybe the lapel would be a little thinner, but
I love Noah Emmerich in this.
Oh yeah, I was saying that earlier. I think he's one of like the best friend actors of our time.
Yeah,
this Truman Show. Just throw him in some. Yeah.
I guess we didn't leave Merry Movie Squad totally behind.
Yeah. Mike K just said, "Oh hey, it's a Christmas movie too." Yep.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Add it to the rotation.
Yep, just like Cobra Kai Season 3. Add it to the rotation. To be honest with you, you could watch the last 2 episodes of Cobra Kai Season 3 just by themselves because they're the two.
What's up, Jeremiah?
What up, Jeremiah?
Jeremiah says every movie is a Christmas movie. Yeah.
I mean, look.
Jeremy.
Anything that has to do with like fixing family and stuff should theoretically be a Christmas movie.
100%.
The whistle.
So good.
It's so good.
God, I'm just obsessed with the jackets Kurt wears in this movie.
I know. That
The, like,
smile he has, though. Can we just talk about how boyish and wonderful it is in that moment? Because he's been such a hard ass, and so, like, see him smile like that.
They got him a whip. I love it.
Speech. At least he's self-aware. He's not good at being sentimental.
Yeah.
The fact that he's just like, I'm not gonna, I don't know how to deal with my emotions. I'm just gonna leave instead. Like,
Just that lingering look he gives.
I know. The fact that he tells them to have a great holiday is pretty much the nicest thing he's said to any of them at any time.
Yeah.
So,
But also, this is kind of weird, and like going back to like kind of Cobra Kai, it's the weirdest relationship you have with coaches.
Yeah.
Like they put you through so much shit, and then you end up like loving them like a father.
Right.
Like it's so weird. Like my wrestling coach, he was like the world to me, but he fucking used to run me through drills. I hated my life. I was like, screw you. Why am I doing this?
I love this scene.
But he's one of like the closest people I was close to.
This speech that Carter's giving. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I just love the driving intercut with them playing football in the snow with Carter's speech is brilliant. The editing, all of it works together in a really beautiful way. And
go
ahead.
We were talking in the opening credits how it does a great job with that montage of setting like the political context, and then the movie is very cognizant throughout of whether it be via radio or just newspapers or what they're watching on TV to continue that undercurrent of what's going on politically leading up to the Olympics.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say about what Shug said is, for better or worse, I think you can build a very strong relationship with someone who pushes you and, I don't know if abuses is the right word, but like really like, strives to get your best out of it. Like Cobra Kai, like Johnny and Miguel in that first season. Like Johnny basically beats the shit out of Miguel, but Miguel would take a bullet for Johnny by the end of the season.
I'll say this, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, when this first came out, the way that this sequence plays out, I won't lie, I was always waiting for, like, the turn that you're used to in the sports movie where something tragic happens. Like, just because of how it's framed, I was waiting for that tragic twist, even though I knew the real life story and I knew nothing happened, but I'm so used to a sports movie being like, they have the calm before the storm sort of thing.
This would be their part in Remember the Titans when he gets in the car accident.
Right, exactly.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Someone slips on a thing of ice and just tears their ACL, and they're like,
or
let me tell you, gets in a car accident on the drive home.
I tore my ACL slipping on black ice a couple years ago. By far the most painful thing I've ever been through.
Wow.
Just excruciating.
That smile on his face because he's going to get to put the star up, but also like the sadness of also, I really haven't been here. Like, such a great scene. Dude just is so... Kurt can fucking act, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
Reef is a mass jug if you played football too.
I did play football up until my freshman year in high school. I broke my collarbone freshman year, and then I thought I was going to get taller, and I got fatter. So, it didn't. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Oh, I hate this scene. I hate this scene
Happens to
so
the
much.
best of us.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the scene so much.
Although I did get taller.
I think I went the sugar way.
Well, I got taller and fatter, and now I'm staying tall and getting less fat. So it's just like. Although one of my biggest pains in life is that I'm like 5'11" and 3/4, and I just didn't get to 6 feet. I'm like this close.
The lingering.
I'm tall
looks,
enough that if I told someone I'm 6 feet, they would believe me, but I don't want to lie.
The fact that they all know what's about to happen here, and I guess to a point, this is kind of what I was talking about, right? You are waiting for the twist. Like, there's always a little bit of a something.
Well, we knew there was one of these. They could only
One
take
had
20.
to go home. Yes.
One had to go. Just the way he
Coach,
says
do
that.
not bring up G baby.
He knows.
Okay. That
Oh,
movie
Hardball. Dude, I didn't even have to know the name. You just said G Baby, and I know. God, I missed that movie, man.
I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air.
Oh, that movie. I'll never forget that shot when you realize what's happened.
That movie is just, it's like, hey, let's watch this fun Mighty Ducks-esque sports movie, and then let's kill one of the kids.
The youngest member.
You?
What's
wrong
Keanu
with
Reeves?
you? Right.
It's Keanu Reeves. You're like, oh, this is gonna be.
And a very young Michael B. Jordan.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
It's a good movie, but it makes me cry. It really does.
Diane Lane's excellent in that movie, too.
The ending of that movie kills me.
Yep.
Oh, the God. You know, I will never forgive Diane Lane for Unfaithful. I cannot unwatch that
She's
movie.
incredible in that movie, though. She deserved that Oscar nomination.
She's miserable. Oh, yeah. She's miserable, and I hate that movie because, good God, I hate that movie.
Oh, God. Poor Coxie.
Hardball, I don't think is on Blu-ray, actually.
It's not. I have it on iTunes. It's the only HD copy that's available. That, that look on his face, man, he knew.
Yeah, I agree, Randy. I think it's great, but I don't disagree that Diane Lane makes some choices in that. Oh, what's up, Danny? I love you, Danny.
Hey.
Hi,
Danny.
Danny. Did Danny say she needed a timestamp?
Yes, she did.
10, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. And that's an hour and 10, by the way.
Look, I know we're trying to be all positive with the sports movie and everything, but for you, Brandy, a married man watches that movie Unfaithful and we lose our shit because that movie pissed me off so bad. I remember watching that movie and my wife was next to me and I looked at her like, oh, hell no. keep all these Latin men away from you now because I can't trust you.
Okay.
Oh, that shot, man. My favorite home away from home, New York City, Madison Square Garden.
I got to tell you, I miss a lot of stuff because of COVID. Madison Square Garden is pretty high up on the list because I had half Rangers season tickets. I would be there like twice a month for games. There's just something about that building. I miss it so much.
So many great concert experiences from Madison Square Garden. Oh.
Yeah. I agree, Brandy. She says, whatever. Men cheat on women in movies all the time. Let a woman have her fun.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Not wrong.
Yeah, she makes an excellent point.
Oh, man. Buck says so excited for the day that Schmodown is at MSG. I don't know.
Right.
I feel like that ends with a lot of drunken rage.
I'm sorry, Steven. That sucks.
Defending champion Maxwell Haddad.
Oh, Keon's here.
Keon! What up, Keon?
Love you, Keon. I miss you, buddy. But I'm seeing you Wednesday, so that's okay.
See, Maxwell, those jerseys are just dope.
Yeah,
I can't rock white. I can't rock white jerseys, but
these white jerseys look very much like the Rangers' white jerseys that they wear when they're away. And I do have one of them.
God, I miss Madison Square Garden right now.
Yep. PJ and I have been to a Rangers game together at the Garden.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It was just me and PJ and Ellie and nobody else.
Yep, there was no one else there. Just the three of us. There's photoshopped evidence to prove that.
Yep, we did Photoshop the person who was not there with us out of that photo.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We had damn good seats that night, too.
Yeah, we did. Michael J. Fox was there that night.
He was. I mean, he's there a lot. He has season tickets.
No, I know,
but
it just made me happy.
The fact that he was there on the night you were there was like kismet.
Yeah, because anyone who knows, Michael J. Fox is like my favorite actor of all time. So
I just ordered his new book
in the world, by the way.
Dude, what was that, POD?
That makes so much sense in the world. If you didn't know that, that just makes so much sense in the world.
So much sense.
It makes so much sense if you know me. Like, come on.
And I think it makes perfect sense that my favorite actor is Philip Seymour Hoffman.
It
May he rest in peace.
Well, just like PLD's is clearly Ed Harris. Like, come on now.
Oh, we know.
I've made it known a little bit.
I might have
you?
heard that once or twice before.
Man, the way that they shoot hockey in this, like, I just never can get over it. It just feels so real.
Yeah.
That's a big deal to me, man. Like, some sports movies feel like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's funny. So I've read a couple interviews with different baseball players asking about which baseball movies they like. And for some reason, a lot of them say their favorite one is Little Big League.
interesting.
Because they feel that the way the baseball is shot and like the way it's portrayed is most accurate to their experience playing pro ball. And I wouldn't necessarily have expected that
No.
from
Definitely
Little Big League.
wouldn't have.
Keon says Ed Harris's best performance is Stepmom. Kidding.
I love Stepmom. I have no problem with Stepmom. I think it's
That movie makes me cry too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's a very solid role in that. I like
I
it.
think if I had to choose his best performance, I'd probably go Truman Show.
That's right up there.
Okay.
Is right up there.
Pollock is The Hours.
The Hours is great.
Although when he sort of just flops himself out that window, I'm like, holy oh, sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen it.
So this whole moment right here is so, like, now the team's future's, like, on the line. They may have just
So they
someone.
do hit the sort of tragic moment, but it's not as dire.
Yeah, and it's two back-to-back. That's the thing. Like, one is cutting someone because you knew it had to, and then it was this.
I don't know what these hockey hair videos are, but I'm definitely going to look into those. Can you send me a DM with those, Danny?
Look at that look that Kurt's giving him right now. Like, the character of Herb, like, just that look, the both longing, defeat, but also, like, the anger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he knows if he keeps them and they get one more person hurt, like, they're screwed. And he knows his kids is working hard. He doesn't want to send him home because he got sent home. Like,
that's what happens when you let Paul on the stream. I'm okay with it.
God, this look right here, like, he doesn't want to send him. Oh, God. Oh, it's so good.
That's why every time I watch this, I like I said, without a doubt, this is Kurt Russell's best acting performance.
Yeah, and just him walking away like that.
Maybe not like his most fun or most badass, because like I said, he's like a genuine movie star. But in terms of
this is one of the best. This is one of the best lines.
Genuine,
right here.
Genuine.
When he's talking to the goalie, he's like, "It's everybody's goal."
And
those pants, I want those pants.
Just this walk through the locker room.
PJ, you'd look good in those pants.
I could pull those pants off probably. Actually.
I think so.
I could pull off the whole suit actually. That I could pull off. I could pull that off. I don't like the tie necessarily, but I'll try it.
No, PJ. What we talked about last night is that going forward, you're not going to wear ties. You're only going to wear cravats.
Oh, God damn it! This right here, though, man. Have you given me your best?
Herb.
This, by the way, doing like the classic Sorkin camera
walk and
talk.
I mean, okay, to be fair, it's really the Thomas Schlamme walk and talk, because he was like the OG director on The West Wing and the one who sort of developed that style.
Right.
Sorkin wrote the dialogue that allowed him to do it, but let's put some respect on Tommy Schlamme's name.
I don't disagree.
And it's a great name. Anyone who has a first and last name that rhyme, you're okay in my book.
Oh, hi, Mabel. Are you coming to say hi to everybody?
By the way, Reefism, I just want to point that out. Yes, Just Cause is an underrated. Nobody ever talks about it, but I love it.
I haven't seen it. I'm going to have to add that to my list.
Like, it's a little schlocky. It's a little bad, but like his performance specifically is chilling, I think. A little over the top. That's good.
We'll be right back.
Back in the day when they actually had cords on phones.
My parents still have phones like that. Oh no, I have one like that in my office, which I haven't really been to since March. No, I think my parents in their kitchen still have like a phone with a cord, and then in the other room they have like a handheld.
It took like forever for my father to get like get out of the dial phone. Like that was like well past its prime as well.
Lake Placid, New York.
Mm-hmm. That's also a good movie, Lake Placid. I'd love to go to the Winter Olympics one day.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I never noticed before that the bus says white face coach lines, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, there's the Whiteface Mountain. I think that might be what it's from.
Oh, you're probably right. That makes more sense.
You're gonna go to bed. This might be tough, but I think I can do it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So, I gotta make homemade ramen broth, baby giant. Then we'll somehow make a giant more. I'm pretty sure to that amount of wood. I think I'm gonna have to back up and spread it out. So I'll be right back.
Injuries are so tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're here today. We're gonna make a giant ramen. Full disclaimer: this isn't anything particularly new.
Getting a stand on the ice on the big show, man. Future's uncertain. Don't know if you're gonna get in there. It's tough.
I might tear up on stream right now, though. Just so you know, this is one of those moments where it's.
I feel you. Reminds me of Adam Banks in the Mighty Ducks. Oh, shoot.
That moment. It's why
Right
I'm hanging
there.
on to you. Ugh.
It's good stuff.
Time.
Yes, you did. I swear to God,
Yeah.
if you're not being
I love
serious
Bob
right now, I love him so much. Oh, God, what was that commercial for? Smotpock?
Yeah.
Smotpock.
Smack.
Just love that. Like, look at the smile on his face. And this,
So good.
He could have easily
And-
sent him home, man.
Well, and the thing is, and yeah, it's a real story, but like everything we've seen of Herb up to this point is you would have expected him to send him home.
Yeah, you
Right.
would have.
But
Which
But
is
at this
and then
point,
that putting the
yeah, at this point, I think he's bought into it being a family.
yeah.
The,
Which
the
is-
real,
Go ahead.
PJ, the real story is when he does that, he slips and really tears his ACL. And then
Yeah.
it's really over.
And then Coxey comes back, and that's the. But that's the other thing is he already had to send Cox home. He doesn't want to have to do anything else. Like, he doesn't want to hurt another player. He already had to hurt one, and he knows what it's like. He's been on the receiving end.
His eyes are so blue.
I know. It's the suit
Such a good moment.
and the music too, and the way this camera starts to speed up.
Yeah.
And it's
So
good. What an edit, man.
So good. Great. To say something we like to say on this channel a lot. What a great transition.
I know. We love transitions here, unless your name is
We
Pat
do.
Hogue.
We really do. I'll never forget that night.
I won't either. Hogue has a thing against transitions, and in particular, the Adventures of Tintin.
That was
Okay.
definitely one of our most contentious watch-alongs.
To say the least. That was early days on this channel,
It
though.
was.
We've come a long way since then.
I am pro Tintin, just so you know.
God damn
As
right
are,
you are.
as are
PLD.
both of us. Very much so.
Good. All right, good.
Brandy says sports movies always make me mad at my parents for never putting us in sports. It is not too late, Brandy.
Never too late. Right.
It's never too late to get into sports. Oh, man. This whole scene, too. This movie is just scene after scene of great moments. And they were, like, real moments. That's the thing. Like, I mean, dramatized, sure, but, like, god damn, man.
I love it. Oh, God.
Oh, it's so good. Just the pure anger.
Well,
and
the writing is
frustration.
really good. You know, we talked a lot about Gavin O'Connor, but it's well written.
It is.
Yep.
And Mike Rich, one of the co-writers, also wrote The Rookie
Oh,
Right.
that makes sense.
and
Another one.
Secretariat, and he wrote on Cars 3. But the other writer, Eric Guggenheim, so I don't know if you guys know the story. The guy who created and was running Hawaii Five-O and Magnum PI got fired for abuse. So Eric Guggenheim, who co-wrote this script, has taken over running those shows.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I knew
I don't really
just didn't-
watch. Well, I think
Yeah.
Hawaii Five-O might be done now,
Yeah, it ended.
but I think Magnum PI is still on.
This is so...
Yes. So good.
Get him fired up. Yes! I want you to be a hockey
Wait for
player.
it.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's,
right there.
that's my favorite part of the movie. That'll get them going.
Yeah.
So good. That's
And
one of
then
my
no-
favorite like coach in a movie moments ever.
Yeah, and then Noah's
Like,
smile.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
smile is so perfect.
That's what sells the moment more than anything.
Yep.
Craig's
So-
just like, we got this.
so great.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Patty
Oh, go
said
ahead.
Craig at that scene is great because of the fact that at this point he gets it. He gets Herb, and now he's
Yeah.
just amused.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that's the point.
Well, and the
That'll
thing
get them
is
going.
Herb has figured them out, and they don't get it. Like he's got them down to this point that he's like, I'm just gonna make them mad, and they're gonna play. He's a fucking puppet master. That's what a coach is, right? A coach knows his
Absolutely.
players, and they knows what he's doing. Coneheads. What a great nickname. For 5 points. In what hockey film will you find 3 players that go by the nickname Coneheads?
Miracle. I have to say, and I say this a lot, if more Schmodown competitors watch this channel, they would have a much better idea of what to study for.
Well done, Paul. Oh man, this whole scene just plays out like, you got to be honest. Actually, like the Miracle on Ice that this movie obviously is amazing, but they pull off a couple of times like where it's
Well, that was the thing. It was a whole run of amazing
Yeah.
moments for this team.
yeah.
I love that lingering shot in the goal right there too.
Yeah,
You have to
where
go
you realize you're taking him out to like,
it's
oh,
all or nothing now.
it's so good, and the music, the tension of it all.
I also like how, as much as they can, they use like real audio footage from the play-by-play guys
Yeah.
in the movie.
Smart move, yeah.
If they didn't, I don't think it would honestly work nearly as well.
Mike says, every time I watch the Schmodown and a question for a movie we recently watched comes up, it puts a smile on my face.
I see people in the chat who have noticed that too.
Now-
Like if I watch the live shows, and it makes me laugh.
If someone were to ask me for
Yes.
advice on how to study for the Schmodown, I would also say follow PJ on Letterboxd.
You never know what I'm
don't
watching.
I don't know.
What did Brandon Buck said? Please write this. Put on questions.
I'll make sure it gets written.
It's a good.
Not
question.
saying I'm writing for the Schmodown next season, but I'm also not saying I didn't help write for the Schmodown last season.
Yeah.
Not saying it. Right.
I actually kind of missed the Olympics, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
It's
supposed to
weird.
happen this past year, and
I
they didn't,
know.
obviously. I'm not sold they're going to happen this year.
I'm not either. I like sports so much, and I actually look forward to hockey, Olympic season, like every time it comes around.
Especially, I like the Winter Olympics more. I think.
Well, I mean, I prefer hockey, so hockey
yeah, but I also love
being a part
watching snowboarding and luge and all that fun stuff.
Bobsledding. He passed away recently, if I remember correctly.
Did I?
The character actor. I'm trying to remember his name. I'll have to look.
The actor they cast as the coach of the other team looks so much like your stereotypical evil Russian henchman.
Yeah.
He almost doesn't even look real. There's something about his face that looks like almost like.
Yeah, it was Sean McCann. Yeah, he recently passed away.
Oh, did he? That's a shame.
And the only reason it's so ridiculous, like obviously I know him from this movie, but he also has a small role in Tommy Boy. He's one of the guys who runs the Callahan Auto.
That's right.
I do like watching gymnastics, but I also love watching ice dancing or ice skating, whatever you want, which is similar in a lot of ways.
Oh, what a great line. We're a team on the ice, and we're going to be one off it. They really did become like a family. Like, it's fun to watch, man. Like, they care about each other. They played well together. They were a great team together. That one reporter's so
and
fucking
then
smug.
what he does in the next press conference,
yeah,
and then the look that same reporter gives is so great.
So smug.
I just hear again the using the actual recordings and stuff just goes such a long way. Did you guys all see this in theaters when it was?
Yep.
Yeah,
I saw it 3 times.
I don't remember seeing it in theaters, but
my dad even went back and saw it a second time with me because he loved it so much. And
I just remember every time I saw it, the crowd reaction was always great because I saw it 3.
It's a great
times.
crowd movie.
Yeah. Creed was another one recently that I can think of.
Oh yeah,
where the reaction was just through the roof as far as sports go.
There it is.
So good.
Brandy said being on a team like that has to be so special. The only thing I missed moving so much as a kid, I've never really been around long enough to be part of anything that close knit. You're part of our family,
now.
Brandy.
Yeah,
you are. You really are.
I mean, this is kind of like the miracle right here, I'm just saying.
That's right. I mean,
4 sexy as hell gentlemen talking about a Disney sports movie is a miracle. A miracle.
Yeah, right. I mean, this is also our 8th watch-along. That in and of itself is a miracle.
God.
Coach, if you're a diving judge now, if you're a diving judge, what's the dive from Back to School that
Rodney Dangerfield?
What's the comedian Rodney Dangerfield does?
Triple Lindy, right?
The triple ending. Has anybody done that? I just want to know if that's true. Has anybody done the triple ending?
I'm going to guess no. That's never actually been accomplished by the actual diver.
Beat those
that's my guess.
Bastards. Can I say real quick?
I love these hats. I don't know what you're going to say, but I love their hats.
I do too.
No, I was going to say this movie for a Disney family film has a surprising amount of swearing in a way that I'm not mad about.
It doesn't really feel like a Disney movie at all.
No. And that's what I mean. It has that's why it surprises me because Remember the Titans was notoriously written as rated R and cut down to PG, whereas
Which
this
is fine,
movie,
I think.
which is fine. Yeah, that's not a dig. But that's been like a very publicly talked about thing that Remember the Titans was originally rated R, cut down to PG-13,
Yes.
or then cut down again to PG. This movie kind of rides a line because he swears a little bit more than I expect, but again, not. It's just an interesting thing I noticed.
Get that.
Weird things to think about.
Somebody said it earlier, I think, in the chat. Yeah, Mike Messina said it. It's Kurt Russell's face acting in this is just like it's everything. It's like
It
just so much with just his facial. Just
He does.
I know Shug has seen it, and I'm sure Maxwell has. Paul, have you seen the movie that he did, Elvis? It was the TV movie.
Yes.
That John Carpenter directed, because he does a hell of a job in that too, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Oh.
I forgot about that. But yeah,
We should do an Elvis and then 3,000 Miles to Graceland double feature.
I would be kind of down, except Elvis is also like 3 hours and 15 minutes, so it'd be a long double feature if we did.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about Elvis movie. Like, I literally watched every single damn Elvis movie there is. Blue Hawaii, GI Blues.
There's a corgi in one of them.
There, God, probably. And I
I
will
just wanna
sing every
buy all
song
of this
because of my
merch.
mother.
Hey man, don't besmirch Elvis. He was a fun actor, all right.
oh yeah.
Jailhouse
PJ,
Rock
when
is
you're
a
forced to
classic.
watch, when you're
Real
forced,
curious
when
about
you're
that,
forced to watch these movies.
That's fair.
Elvis biopic that Baz Luhrmann is working on.
Yeah, I'm curious too because Hanksy's in it. I'm always down for a little bit of Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to see his new one when it hits VOD in a couple, a week or two only.
Is that the Greengrass one?
Mm-hmm.
The Western?
Yeah, I was remiss not to see it before my top 10 list, but I'm happy with how the list ended up, anyways.
There it is. He's getting to
Love it.
play.
I think I said this when you were had stepped away, PJ, but this character's arc reminds me so much of Adam Banks in The Mighty Duck.
Oh yeah, I could see that 100%.
Of course, in The Mighty Ducks, Charlie has to give up his spot, and here they don't need that. But
I haven't played hockey in such a long time, and this makes me actually want to play hockey again. I'd be terrible now, and I'd probably die. So we're going to decide I'm not going to do that. But
So we're gonna start a Schmodown League of hockey. When all this ends.
hell yeah, let's do it.
We'll put Justin in the
I
net.
just-
We'll
I
put
just-
Justin in the net.
Oh, I got to be in the next. I'm not moved that much. Come on now.
Well, what? We can have more than one goalie, right?
That's true. That's true.
I
mean-
always thought, why not just hire like a 600-pound guy to be goalie, and then he just covers the whole goal. You couldn't get anything past him.
A sumo wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, they have
Wait
no
till-
probably
Wait till
no
one of us takes a
dexterity, but
fucking-
Makes me think of the Replacements when they hire the sumo wrestler to be one of
Yes.
the football players.
that's a fun movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's such a '90s movie, but it's like the last. It's like the last
Didn't it
torch.
come out
2000. Yeah, but
It
it's
feels 90s though, yeah.
because it was probably made in 1999 still, so it like has all the hallmarks of everything you expect out of a '90s movie down to the soundtrack. And so it's kind of like the last torch of what we remembered the 90s to be, and that's what I love about it. But what a cast that movie's got.
Well, Orlando Jones is so great in that movie, and I think he shows in that movie that he should have had a much, much better career than he was afforded.
Well, not just you're right about him, because I've always liked him. Also Favs, because Favreau's in it. And Reese Ifans is in it too. There's quite a few people. And then one of the guys from The Office is in it too. Pam's original fiance.
Oh, David Denman.
Yeah, David Denman's in it too. He's the deaf player.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
Good cast that movie.
And Reef, yes, I did the same thing. Saw Rocky IV in the theater, and we were all like basically standing up cheering.
Oh yeah. Oh, this here, right here.
Not just for the robot, but anyway.
This speech.
They
you guys.
they play this clip at Madison Square Garden all the time. In the third period, if the team is down.
Here tonight. And the no score in this moment makes it so interesting because it just you really focus on what he's saying, and that's such a great thing. The camera going to each player this way, just
That's what we can.
yep. What a great line. Tonight,
Yep.
we are the greatest hockey team in the world.
It's a
Best board
great,
speeches.
great speech.
Oh my god. This movie just hits every time, man.
It does.
And now the slow ramp up of the score,
Mhm.
like just barely kind of, yeah.
Me too. Screw him.
This is your time. Yes! What a speech, man.
Oh, so good.
That little
No-
look that
no
Noah
again.
gives. The
Yeah.
best.
There's literally no better feeling being in a locker room, whatever sport you play, and you get a speech like that, and you feel like you could just run through a wall.
Yeah.
And then you go play, and then you just get the shit kicked out of you, and you go, "Why the hell did you just tell me that speech?" No.
Should
That's
you
the
have
one they
some
don't show
personal
movies,
experience
usually.
of that?
Yes, I do.
This too,
I
by the way,
do, too.
all these letters and stuff that people like the telegrams and the letters and them like, god damn, it doesn't get better than this movie.
And this scene where they're walking and everyone's cheering for him and taking their photo, it's so great.
Like how stoic they are too. I love how stoic they
Yeah.
are. They're ready. They're ready.
Like it would have been easy to be like, we made it to the Olympics, it's the finals, and you kind of play it up as, you know, look how far we came, and you play to the camera. They don't do that. Like, they're marching out, man. It's war.
Before.
That's the thing. It's 100% war.
Oh. Is that Will Sasso?
Was it?
All right.
Oh, no, that's, I definitely recognize that actor.
I love that. Rizzo, like, you're not walking out of here either without this.
Right. Right. Yep.
Can I just say, too, I'm glad we're watching this now because, honestly, like, it's no secret that the political climate in this country is a fucking mess right now. This movie makes me actually feel like that urge to want to be patriotic again, like that actual feeling of like being proud of something your country is doing.
You know when I'm going to be patriotic again? On January the 20th.
Yep. But like, I'm just saying, it just gives you that feeling again, man.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Totally get it.
And to most of an extent, this movie is not jingoistic.
No.
Oh.
Yep.
Hey, that dude's in Spider-Man.
Al Michaels' most iconic game.
Yes.
It's true.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I'm like 95% sure the bald dude at the top is one of the guys who works at Oscorp and gets blown up, but maybe I'm wrong.
You also just watched all of those movies.
I did. Why did I watch The Amazing Spider-Man 2 again?
Because you're a completionist. For the same reason that you own Dark Phoenix.
And New Mutants.
I own New Mutants. I haven't watched it yet, but I got the Steelbook.
I did too.
It was a pretty Steelbook.
It was. I think it's...
Those eyebrows, good lord.
They are
Shave them,
attack
motherfucker.
eyebrows. That's for sure.
God, I miss sporting events so much, you guys.
I can't wait for hockey to start next week.
I
It's
know.
not the same as being there, but still.
It's something.
You guys have a favorite sporting experience that you were attended?
The 2015 World Series, the first home game at Citi Field, where that the Mets won, and David Wright, who already had back problems. He was out for a lot of the year. He came up and hit a home run pretty early in the game, and I got to be there with my dad, who's been a Mets fan his whole life. It was just a special moment, special game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
PJ, you got one?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it real quick if I can. So June 23rd, 2003, I was at the Giants game in San Francisco when Barry Bonds made his historic 500th steal.
Very cool.
Wow.
Which was a pretty big deal at the time, and I will never forget that. Like watching it happen, and like the place erupting, because at the time it was like a huge deal. It was one of his record-breaking career highlights. Like,
Right.
I mean, yeah, obviously we know there's the steroid stuff and everything since then, but like I'm never gonna forget that. Like Barry Bonds, in my opinion, was one of the all-time great baseball players, and I can never take that away from him. And so to be there, that was pretty fucking cool.
All right. Shug, you got one, Shug?
I mean, I don't have the money to go to World Series games and stuff like that. But my favorite moment is I got to go take my son to a baseball game after he started playing baseball for the first time. And he was super excited about it. And they were playing the Pirates, and his team was the Pirates. So he was super excited. Wore his jersey and everything. But then took the jersey off because he wanted the Dodgers to throw him a ball. So it was pretty hilarious.
I did 2013. Kim and I usually do this horror thing. We used to go to this Six Flags where they do this horror-thon. But the morning of, I looked on sports. I looked on one of the sports sites. I found tickets to the ALCS Game 6, Fenway, Boston versus Detroit.
Oh, wow.
So we went. We let the center of field bleachers, and we just went on the top, and we got to watch the clinching game of the LCS that year. That was a great experience. Man.
I was also, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when Mike Piazza left the Dodgers, he was on the Marlins for a week before he got traded to the Mets. And I lived in Florida at the time, so I got to see Mike Piazza play in one of the very few games he played on the Marlins.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh God!
And as a kid, Mike Piazza was my favorite player, especially after he went to the Mets. So that was awesome.
Steven said, I went to an Angels-Rangers game. There was a bench-clearing brawl. It was awesome.
I love Angel Stadium. I went to an Angel
do
Mets
too.
game back in 2008 when I lived in L.A. As fun.
I lived down the street from Angel Stadium for quite a while. I used to go to games all the time.
Elizabeth did a run at Disneyland, and it ran through Angel Stadium.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We got to go to Angel. We got to go to Angel Stadium for having the best GPA for a wrestling team in our CIF. So
Well, that's cool.
amazing.
I mean, I've been at Angel Stadium a couple times.
They tied the game. Let's go.
They did a great job in this. Of obviously you can't film the whole game and put it in a movie, but
Right.
to put the major highlights of the game itself makes you feel like you really were watching the game,
Right.
which I've always loved.
And it shot so well.
Yeah.
I just
Because,
noticed that the goaltender has a little shamrock on his mask.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. One of the greats.
So more
I
important
wasn't
than that
there,
comment, Ferris says, I am not allowed into Angel Stadium, and now I need to know why.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious too now, Ferris.
He watched Old School one too many times. The score moment in that just... My God, it's so good. The fact that they had played only like 13 days prior is so crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize just how kind of fast it all snowballs.
I found a picture of my dad and I at that World Series game.
Oh,
That's
I love
awesome.
that.
Look at that smile. Look at those smiles.
That's
Yeah,
a real smile, yeah.
Yeah.
that's a good night.
I'll have to show you guys later. I can find it. Kim actually took video of the last out, and it's like the last out, and all of a sudden it just starts jumping, and you don't get any footage because they're all just jumping around so much.
One more for me is that I was at the very last Kings game at Arco Arena. And for me, that was a big deal because I'd grown up going there to watch the Sacramento Kings all the time. And I have video of it, and we ended up, like, winning at the last minute. And I have video of they win, like, right at the last minute, and the place erupts, and it was almost like a fucking, like, postseason basketball, which was just awesome.
Nice.
Yes, he
Mike,
scored.
baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah,
Mike.
baseball is my pick as well. I agree.
Yeah, baseball, definitely.
And Ferris says an animal and a cop. That's interesting. I got to hear more. I think Ferris.
Yeah, Ferris, you can't just, like, not say that and then not keep going.
Reefism said to Ferris, "Did you say Mike Trout is not the best player in the MLB?" LOL. It's hard to argue that he's not.
Yeah. Yeah, screw you. Goal counts.
I like that the captions just says shouting in Russian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeing Patricia Clarkson in the crowd makes me happy every time because it reminds me of, like, Adrian in the Rocky movies.
I love
yeah.
the old school commercial there. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I was gonna say, yeah, that
Adrian!
old school Coke commercial is so good because that's iconic, man.
Yeah.
Mike says Gavin O'Connor should direct the Eagles Super Bowl movie, Philly Underdog. So who plays Nick? Who do you cast as Nick Foles, Mike? That's his name, right? Nick Foles?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Kurt Russell. You cast
I
him.
think he's a little long in the tooth for that.
We have de-aging technology these days.
That's true.
Have you not seen The Irishman? Come on.
I think that's a very, very good movie. The de-aging is not one of the aspects of that movie I think is very good.
I think I'm gonna watch that soon. It's been a bit since I've seen it.
Did you get the Criterion?
Yeah.
PJ, when are we gonna do some gangster movies? Let's watch Casino.
I love Casino.
Oh yeah, I like that movie.
And forever since I've seen that one too.
That's interesting. Mike said John Heater.
Ah,
Interesting.
Hmm.
I can see that potentially.
No.
Boo.
Boo.
Ferris says Scott Bakula.
Ferris. I think we're gonna. I mean, look, I like Scott Bakula, but what a choice. Has Ferris been watching Quantum Leap lately or something?
Or Star Trek Enterprise.
Or Chuck?
Oh, yeah.
Right, Chuck.
I love
God,
Chuck.
I love
Chuck's
Chuck.
such a good show.
Chuck
You guys
was the
remember
best.
when it was going to get canceled and then the fans went and bought tons of Subway sandwiches and then the next season the manager of the store was always eating Subway?
Yeah.
Necessary Roughness is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, good one.
Ferris, I'm still waiting for, all this information on what happened at Angel Stadium.
He's been watching NCIS New Orleans. Okay, that's a choice. You know who else was on NCIS New Orleans? Lucas Black.
I was gonna say, is that the gentleman from Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift?
It is. Also in Sling Blade, very well-known actor. Very well-known. Everybody knows who he is. He's a household name.
I mean, not in the Bateman house, but sure.
I wasn't trying to be that obvious, Shug.
You weren't very far off.
That's what we do at LGR. We're obvious.
Is that what happens when you hang around Justin too long?
That's what happens when you hang around Ferris. Ferris will tell it how it is.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Did you not hear about Ferris cussing out Christian on our show?
No, what?
No.
In the chat, Chris
Oh.
in the chat. Chris, awesome.
No. He cussed at Christian.
I heard that.
And then Christian told us if we want to win Podcast of the Year, we got to throw Ferris off. So Ferris was kicked off of LGR last week.
Oh, man.
Mid-show just gone.
This whole moment, man.
We can beat the... Oh, so good.
Yeah. Especially because, you know, right before that, we've come back from every game. We can do it again. Like,
So good. Everything about this movie is...
oh, it's just so good.
It was worth it, Ferris.
I think there's a lot of people who would probably like to do what Ferris did.
Right. Oh, wait until if we win the Podcast of the Year, Ferris is coming on and what his speech is going to be. Did you see Conor McGregor when he won 2 belts? That's going to be Ferris.
I actually have it on good authority that PJCN won Podcast of the Year by write-in votes.
PJ was saying that actually earlier on the Cobra Kai show.
Yeah, I let him know that we actually came in hot on
Yeah.
write-ins.
The way the sound totally drops out at the puck drop
Uh,
is perfection.
this whole sequence is just...
Good save.
Great save. I'm going to be very enamored for the next few minutes. I apologize if I get very quiet.
No, that's fine.
I just, as someone who's watched a lot of hockey, both live and on TV, this feels like real hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, to my point, I think that they did a great job of getting the stuff that mattered into the movie that, like, you couldn't film the whole game, but it feels like you watched the whole game.
Patty said, and this time he wasn't scared of the Soviet player. He was ready.
Yeah.
Well, that's what good athletes do, is they
Just
learn their opponents and then adjust. I don't think this movie got any nominations, Mike.
shame.
It also didn't do as well as the box office as I thought it did, to be honest with you.
It did okay.
Yeah, I know, but for whatever reason, because of how highly we all talk about it,
The only award it won was Best Sports Movie at the ESPYs. I sometimes wonder if a movie like this would have fared better at awards stuff, at least, if it wasn't a Disney movie.
yeah,
Like, it was the exact same movie, and it just said Paramount or something.
right. It also came out in, like, February, like, very early on in the year.
Yeah. Which makes sense for a Winter Olympic movie.
Well, of course. It may have been
Yes!
even a litter. Yes!
Oh!
Uh,
Gotta love a power play goal! I believe in another life I was a sports announcer.
I believe
I
it.
believe that. By that.
That shot of the camera going, like, around the scoreboard is so good. I don't know. There's something about it that feels different than almost any other scoreboard shot I've ever
And
seen.
now they're beginning to believe. Ferris says he doesn't understand hockey. I mean, really, the only thing to understand is that you need to get it into the goal.
Yeah, icing always confused me, but other than that, it's
And don't hit people
Fine.
with the stick. That's it.
Ferris, you love hockey because there used to be there would be fights, just straight up brawls.
They still happen.
Doesn't happen as much as it used to, but sometimes you'll get them.
Come on. I'm yelling at the television like I've never seen this before.
It's funny, maybe it's the Karate Kid in me, but every time I watch this movie anyway, and I see the Russian coach, I expect him to do something crease-like.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Ice, blade the ankle or something.
Right.
Well, because that happens in Mighty Ducks also.
That's what it is. Probably what it is. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Danny?
Ready?
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Hey, bud.
What's going on, man? I like Danny. Danny's good people, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
God, that moment right there. Look at them, like, clearing the bench. Oh,
Steven
man.
says, let's go, USA. Sweep the leg.
Yeah, sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
Get him a body bag, Rizzo.
Ugh.
Mike
By the way-
Ruzioni.
No, I don't want to say it, actually. But, Maxwell hasn't seen season 2 yet, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut, actually.
I don't even have to see season 2 to know how much I hate Crease.
No, but there was something about the body bag line that I thought was very interesting that's brought over
Yeah.
in that, and it was like, holy shit, these dudes, like, really go the extra mile on their homework. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Danny, I hope your 2021's been good so far, man. It's good to see you over here, man. That's all I'm saying. Ah.
Oh, God. Yeah. Mike Ruzioni, who the captain, who would not have made the team if the committee had their way. It's true.
Yep.
All right.
But that was the point, right? He stood up to him, man.
Yep.
Ferris, I feel like you should be reading for the Predators.
Yeah.
I feel like you should wait till next season, Ferris, and root for the Seattle Kraken.
It
Because that's like the greatest name ever for a hockey team.
is pretty good.
Remember the Whalers, Maxwell? Why did they get rid
Ferris,
of the Whalers?
if you're a Knicks fan and a Yankees fan, the
I
obvious
think they
answer is
just
be a
moved.
Rangers fan. Oh,
Those
Danny,
Whaler
I'm sorry you're
jerseys were
sick,
dope.
man. Get better. Like, that's always the worst, but you got this.
Yeah, they moved to Carolina and they became the Hurricanes in '97. So it's still the same franchise. They moved out of Connecticut.
Yeah, but those
Oh,
those
my
green
God.
jerseys, though. Ugh.
Yeah. I've actually thought about buying some Kraken merchandise just because I think that's so cool. Yeah, the Rangers are owned by Dolan, but for what it's worth, Dolan is a lot less hands-off with the Rangers than he is with the Knicks, and the new president of the Rangers has a lot of, or the new GM has a lot of integrity and is running the team very well.
Yeah.
The Islanders used to be Calgary, right? Calgary.
No, they've been the Islanders for a long time.
Yeah.
But the Islanders have played in Brooklyn for the past couple of years, and now they're back in Long Island.
Yeah.
They've been the Islanders since 1972.
I can't.
Okay,
with
they've
this
always been New York.
movie.
Okay.
I'm so
Yeah.
stressed out.
Because they're still a team in Calgary.
The Flame. Right.
Yep.
Wait, who? Gretzky was on what team?
The Oilers.
Oilers
and
is who I'm thinking of.
and he was on the
Oilers.
He was on the Rangers for a while as well.
Yeah. And then the famous Kings.
Yeah.
The score is so good. And I
Yeah.
can't get over because it just makes everything that much more
You can
intense.
feel the drama.
Yeah. Go, go, go. Come on. 1 minute. I can't with this movie.
You're making me nervous.
I know. I'm feeling very nervous.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm right there with you.
36 seconds left. Oh, man.
So many saves just in the last couple of minutes.
It's an onslaught. And here comes maybe the greatest call in sports history.
Yeah.
It's about to happen.
Ferris says, PJ, you know the Americans win, right?
Stop it, Ferris.
Shut up, Ferris.
Fucking.
Wait.
Oh my god. Here it is. Do you believe in miracles?
Yes!
Ah!
Yes!
It's so good.
And the music swells and the
Yeah, you too,
jubilation.
Hunter.
Ah!
Look at Dipper's even excited.
And she's yawning.
Hi, Dipper.
I do believe in miracles. Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah, I do. We got nominated for Podcast of the Year. That's how I believe in miracles.
I got nominated for some shit this year, too.
I love seeing the people, they're holding out the phones so people can hear the reactions.
What's really crazy
My apologies for spoiling history.
Yeah, right. If you watched the documentary on this, the Russians talk about they didn't know what to do because they ain't never lost.
Yeah.
And
You
they never
can kinda
celebrated like this.
Yeah, you can see them. You can see the reactions to it right now. Like, they're just...
I love this little look the coach gives them.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah.
And the shrug that Herb gives.
Yeah.
And then the little thumbs up, too. Like, yeah.
So good.
And then his nod. Like, the... Wow. Like, they can really beat us, man.
Man. And then his first thing he wants to do is find his wife. Oh,
I know. Look at them.
Just the
look. It's so... Oh, my God.
Wait, if you're a good actor, you could say everything with no words.
Yep.
Right.
Thank you, Dipper.
Ferris says, I
it's
guess
so
I am
good.
watching Miracle tonight. We have been watching with us this whole time, Ferris?
He's
been in the
probably
chat for an
working.
hour. And then instead of going to celebrate, he just goes into the hallway to take a moment.
I know. This right here, just like the... Yes.
See, well, in the real version, they lose the next game and don't win the gold, so it's spoiled now.
Like, that whole thing, he doesn't want to be seen by... Like, I love that he goes quietly in to do it because, again, that one guy, with the way he was like, what, are you in this just for yourself? And so, quietly he goes to celebrate himself. Like...
Yep. It's so fitting in his character the whole time they've done it that way, but that's just who he is. It's just...
Yeah. This little voiceover. Every game they came from behind.
Right, Patty? Yeah, it wasn't the final game, but it was most important. Kind of like the 2004 World Series in a way. Whereas when the Red Sox beat the Yankees, that was like the most important part of that season. Sorry, PJ, I know. But the same thing.
I invite you on here, and then you got to...
and you do that.
Yeah, it's the rare sports movie, especially one based on real life, where the championship game isn't like the climax of the movie.
Yeah.
But, the gold medal game where they won against Finland 4-2 was not the most important game in their...
No. And again, the greatest call of all time came in the game before that. Like,
Yeah.
Do You Believe in Miracles is the greatest
Yes.
sports call of all time. I will take no questions at this time. There will be no arguments. That is the greatest call in all of sports history.
I'll agree with that.
Oh, God.
I do, Ferris. I do.
Movie.
What did Ferris say?
This game was 8 days after I was born. I like to think they won because of me. You're welcome, USA. I don't always love a freeze frame ending, but this one is perfect.
That's what's up, Buck. I knew I loved you for a reason, buddy.
He
I
died
know.
shortly. And so a lot of biopics or true stories will do the thing where, like...
He lived it. What? Oh,
So good.
oh my God.
Where, like, you catch up with the characters and it says text, and I love the way they do this.
Yes.
Also-
And with the Aerosmith song, which played in the trailer, and I remember seeing the movie and being surprised. I was like, oh, I thought they'd use that song. And then when it started playing over the trailer, I was like, okay.
I'm going to say right now, and this is probably a spoiler, but I think this song comes up in the greatest songs of all time Suddenly soundtrack that we're doing.
On Wednesday.
Just going to throw that out there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know who would ever want to say that, but
I will say it's certainly not on my list.
that's all right. Someone out there really loves that song. I don't know who it is.
Ooh, who could it be?
No idea. There's no one on this panel who leans on classic rock more than PLD, so I don't know.
That's true.
Guys, holy shit, do I love Miracle so much. Gavin O'Connor, 2004, about the 1980s, The Miracle on Ice. Shugs brought it up a lot. There's a great documentary about this as well. But as a dramatization goes, to tell this story in 2 hours and 20 minutes, I think it's impeccably done. And one of the all-time great sports films for a reason. I think you see and feel every emotion that was felt throughout the game. On the big screen, on the small screen, wherever you watch it, you can feel it in this movie. As you guys saw, like, I was still tense just watching it with you guys, and I've seen this movie hundreds of times. Like, I love this movie so much. I'm going to go down to Shug first. On your first watch along here, man, number one, I'm really glad you were here. What did you think revisiting this film?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, like I said, I'm a big sports person. The fact that this is not only it's a sports movie, but it's one of the most important things that happen in our country. Not because we thought of a hockey game, but the joy it brought at that time that we were going through so much crap. And
welcome,
so much,
Ferris.
You know,
Not really how it works.
but yeah, no, it you know, and like we're going through these tough times now, so something like this just gives you positivity and a great outlook on life. It really, it's still great. It's one of the best sports movies to date, and I really love this movie.
Yeah, man,
it's awesome.
It is. It's just so awesome, and I just love watching it with you guys because, again, I missed the theater experience, but to be able to watch it with you guys and, like, even the chat who was like, you're stressing me out. You guys are saying, like, we're all into it. We're all just, like, enamored by the story. It means something to us. Paul, what about you, man? What did you think revisiting Miracle?
Oh man, I revisit this movie as many times as I can. So this is another day in the park for me. But with you guys around makes it even better. I get to like talk about it and see how excited you guys are, and you're the same as me. I'm like crying. I'm like trying to wipe my eyes away. I'm getting all like verklempt and getting all powerful. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. This is just a great movie. I'm a big fan of sports movies. Gavin O'Connor, another great one of my favorite directors. Perfect, man. It's perfect.
Well, and look, I already said it to Shug, but you both know that it's the same with you. You have an open door. You can come back anytime to watch any of the things that we watch because I love both of you very much and I like having you guys here. So thank you for coming and hanging out tonight, man. Like, I mean that.
Appreciate it.
Maxwell, your final thoughts on Miracle before we get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I talk about this movie a lot. I watched a lot. It's a favorite of mine. This is one of my favorite watch-alongs we've done, both because of the unexpectedly wonderful company and because of how nervous you made me, PJ. It's just such a great movie. The tone, the music, the performances, the way the hockey is shot. And I resonated a lot with what Shug said, that like these types of movies, especially now when things are so difficult, these are the type of movies that can, for 2.5 hours, just make you forget and uplift you and make you remember what's possible.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
not all despair and doom and gloom. So.
Like, I think about that a lot when it comes to this stuff. You know, I've seen a lot of people talk about like Ted Lasso this last year, and they're like, would it be nearly as popular if it wasn't 2020? Because you guys keep saying it, and it's like, at the same time, like, it doesn't matter. Like, something that makes you feel good and is uplifting should be celebrated, period. We shouldn't just be putting a disclaimer on, you guys wouldn't like it because it was 2020. Like, no, fuck that. And that's what this movie is for me. Like, this movie is uplifting. This movie just makes me so happy every fucking time I watch it. Ferris, we are absolutely going to do Remember the Titans. I don't know when, but we are going to do it. And yeah, Patty, it absolutely reminds you to believe. Like, that's the thing. It reminds you to believe. And I think that is what makes it so goddamn special. Like, miracles can happen. And it happened at the 1980 Olympics on Lake Placid. Do you believe in miracles? Because I do. With that, Maxwell, let's say what we got going on real quick and get where these guys can be found, and we'll get the hell out of here.
Absolutely. So Wednesday night, Suddenly Soundtracks is back with its first show of the new year. It's a very special Add It to Playlist where we're going to be doing our favorite songs of all time. What a fucking arduous task this was. It's going to be myself, PJ, Tim Franco, Jen Kemp, host Chris Clark, and our special guest Max Bartos, who was in the off-Broadway production of Sing Street. He's going to be in the Broadway production. If you watched our Sing Street Suddenly Soundtracks, he was a guest on that. And it's also cool because he's only 18 years old, so to get that younger perspective is going to be a lot of fun. Friday night, we are doing a watch-along of Steve Jobs, the Danny Boyle movie written by Aaron Sorkin. And the reason we chose to do this is because on Monday, our watch-along is our executive producer pick from Brandon Buckingham, Moneyball. So why not do 2 Aaron Sorkin pen movies back-to-back on Friday and Monday. Saturday afternoon, we're doing our final Mandalorian show for a while. We're going to go back and talk about the second season of the show as a whole, as well as spend some time talking about all of the exciting upcoming Star Wars television that we know. And then a following Saturday, PJCN Water Cooler Chat switches over from Mandalorian to WandaVision. We'll be breaking down every episode every Saturday, and that's going to be a lot of fun. On a personal note, like I mentioned earlier, starting tomorrow night and every Tuesday throughout the run of the season of Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, Rachel Silvestrini, Lindsay Payne, and myself will be doing an after show on Rachel's channel, 9:15 Pacific.
So good, man. So much cool stuff coming up, and I can't wait to watch Moneyball and Steve Jobs and talk our favorite songs ever. I saw PLD saw the Moneyball one, and I saw him going like this, so I think we know who'll be back next week with us watching a little bit of Moneyball.
Possible, yes.
Just something I feel like is about to happen. With that, Shug, I was just so happy to have you here, man.
And of course, as she so often does, Brandy coming in here with the links. Where can everyone find you online, Shug?
Everyone can find me at Twitter at ShugKnight323, Instagram ShugKnight1323, and then you can find me at the Let's Get Ready Network, where we're doing Schmodown content, we're doing sports content. Me and Ferris do a show. Bador does a Star Wars show. We got a bunch of things going on. It's going to be a great year, and thank you, PJ, Max, for letting me be a part of this.
Anytime, buddy.
It was amazing. You guys are amazing. I appreciate both of you. And thank you very much. Thank you for everybody who was in the chat. Brandy, Mike, Brandon, Patty, you guys are all amazing. Thank you for just letting me be a part of this, because it was really fun. I really enjoyed tonight hanging out with you guys. PLD, you know PLD, what I think about you. We're coming for C2A spot. So yeah.
Shug, like I said, your door is always open here. You have a spot here anytime you want. So come back any goddamn time if you want to watch any of this stuff with us.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah. Appreciate both of you guys.
Yeah, man. And PLD, what about you? Where can everyone find you?
At Paul_Denuzio on Twitter. You can find me on the Call to Action podcast, The Reigning Champions, at least for another week or two, or at least. Then we got PLD Projects, which I'm going to be having a Star Wars show soon with Bador as well as Richard Jarvie and Maddie Gunner. We're still working on a format on that. That should be fun. And finally, I'm on the Action Industries channel with Ben Bateman and Andrew Guy. All sorts of shows and upcoming possibilities there. Some new shows might be coming soon, so I might be bringing that up as well. So that being said, I'm so happy to be here, guys. Thank you very much again.
Yeah, dude. Anytime. You are always welcome here. I just love having you guys. Mike, I do love this community. I said it earlier, man. I can't get enough of, like, over the last year, I've been just so lucky that of all the shit that happened in 2020, this community, like, rallied so hard in cool ways. And, like, I can't be happier that over the last several hours today, I got to spend time with a bunch of my favorite people from different channels talking about different stuff that we love. Like that what is better than that? I get to hang out with a bunch of my favorite people in the entire world. My best friend talking this movie, then going in with a bunch of my other favorite people in the entire world talking fucking Cobra Kai. Are you kidding me? We spent 2 hours talking about Cobra Kai season 3 over on Jake Berlin's channel. Please go and watch it. It is like an incredible conversation all about season 3 of Cobra Kai. I had the best time. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at PJ_Campbell. You can find me over at the Movie Trivia Schmodown, where I write the questions. Be nice to the writers. We're only human. That's my sign off for everything, because God damn it, we're only human. We are trying our best, and I'm really proud of the work we did, and I just really, really need the fans to remember, like, it's not robots that are doing this shit. So, like, just be cool. Be downright Delanouche. Like, that's all I ask. Jay and Silent Bob matters, man. I learned everything I knew from Kevin Smith, so we got that.
That explains so much.
I know.
So much.
So true. Maxwell?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much, Paul and Shug, for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure to have you. And like PJ said, you are welcome back anytime. Just hit us up. You can find me on Twitter at CinemaXwell, Instagram CinemaXwell Inc. I hang out here on the PJ Campbell Network, and tomorrow night I'll be on Rachel's Silvestrini's channel at 9:15. Instead of the watch-along credits, I'm going to play the new patron credits to say goodnight. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the support. We love you, and we'll see you Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
I guess.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing in the rain. And singing in the rain.